at 9:21, Jets on Internet 9:51. 7 p.m. Tampa Bay Lightning face the LA Kings. Lightning on Sirius 210, XM 221 and Internet 945. Kings on Internet 932. 7 p.m. Carolina Hurricanes face the Chicago Blackhawks. Hurricanes on XM 223, Internet 924. Blackhawks on Internet 925. 7 p.m. Montreal Canadiens face the Minnesota Wild. Canadiens on Sirius 208, XM 219 and Internet 934. Wild on Internet 933. 7 p.m. Ottawa Senators face the Washington Capitals. Senators on Sirius 209, XM 220 and Internet 939. Capitals on Internet 950. 7:30 p.m. Philadelphia Flyers take on the New York Islanders. Flyers on Sirius 211, XM 222 and Internet 940. Islanders on Internet 937. 9 p.m. Calgary Flames face the Anaheim Ducks. Flames on XM 202, Internet 923. Ducks on Internet 920. 9 p.m. Edmonton Oilers face the Detroit Lions. 9 p.m. Edmonton Oilers take on the Detroit Red Wings. Oilers on Sirius and XM channels 167, Internet 930. Red Wings on Internet 929. 10 p.m. Vegas Golden Knights face the Columbus Blue Jackets. Knights on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 949. Jackets on Internet 927. 10:30 p.m. Seattle Kraken face the San Jose Sharks. Kraken on Sirius 208, XM 219 and Internet 943. Sharks on Internet 942. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Thursday, January the 30th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates.
MLB Network Radio is your home for 24/7 baseball talk, featuring on-site coverage of every major event from spring training through the World Series and expert analysis from former general managers and players. SiriusXM, Channel 89.
Former NHL head coach Iron Mike Keenan came on the morning skate with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellick for SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, and he was asked about the long Alexei Kovalev shift during his time in New York, and he shared his side of the story about the skilled offensive talent that was Kovalev.
The Alexei Kovalev shift. I've heard 7 minutes. I've heard 9 minutes. Hey, you stay out there. You kind of figure it out. Describe to us what went into that. How long was a shift? Certainly Kovalev was a talent, that's for sure, but he was a bit of an enigma.
Super talent.
Yes.
And talented people sometimes are elusive. And Alex, I try to explain to him, you're getting 20 minutes, and I don't want the shifts to be 1 minute, so you have 20 shifts. I'm going to give you 40 shifts at 30 seconds so you can build the intensity up. Understand? Yeah, I understand, Mike. Goes out there. Of course, it's a minute and a half. I said, now, Alex, the guy that's supposed to be playing behind you just missed his shift because now we're going to the next rotation. You're out there for 2 rotations. Okay, Michael. So, again, next thing, does it again. So I said, oh, my God. So I said, okay, guys, this time when he comes back to the bench, it's now going to overextend his shift. He's going to be a little tired. Don't open the doors. He comes over and I said, get out. He thinks I love him now. Get back out there, I said. So then he comes over again. And now I said, guys, he's going to want to climb into the bench because he's done. I said, when he comes over, puts his leg up, push him back out. And they pushed him. But now they are laughing on the bench. This is in New York City. Right during the game. Back there. So Alex figures it out. He scores a goal in the middle of this shift.
Wow.
He gets himself a rest. Stays out there. Finishes the period. So I think it's about 9 minutes. I walk off the bench. I said, Mess, explain it to him, will you, please? He said, I will. Don't worry. I'll look after it. So as a result, we fast forward now to the playoffs in Game 6, playing New Jersey. In the Jersey series, I double shifted him. When we had to come back, and he was electrifying. Mess got the 3 goals, but Alex was a horse. And very talented, powerful. And the problem was he was so efficient that he could stay out, but he didn't grasp the concept of just picking up the intensity. You could see him. He could dangle and hang onto the puck, and nobody could take it from him. He was resting while he was out there. So
So in essence, it was a bit of a training ground for what was to come against the Devils at the most important time.
Exactly.
Wow.
So it turned out to be a good lesson for him, because that's what he did in that game. 30 seconds, 40 seconds. I just said, Alex, I'm going to double shift you. Get ready. Don't be out too long.
That was former NHL head coach Iron Mike Keenan in conversation with Gord Stellick and Scott Laughlin for the Morning Skate on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. That's Sirius XM Channel 91.
On the court and off, your home for the NBA is Sirius XM. Follow all the drama as your favorite team vies for it all. Sirius XM NBA Radio. Sirius XM 86.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Thursday, January the 30th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 7 p.m., Boston Bruins take on the Winnipeg Jets. Bruins on Sirius XM Channels 91, Internet 921, Jets on Internet 951. 7 p.m., Tampa Bay Lightning face the LA Kings. Lightning on Sirius 210, XM 221, and Internet 945, Kings on Internet 932. 7 p.m., Carolina Hurricanes face the Chicago Blackhawks. Hurricanes on XM 223, Internet 924, Blackhawks on Internet 925. 7 p.m., Montreal Canadiens face the Minnesota Wild. Canadiens on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 934, Wild on Internet 933. 7 p.m., Ottawa Senators face the Washington Capitals. Senators on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 939, Capitals on Internet 950. 7:30 p.m., Philadelphia Flyers take on the New York Islanders. Flyers on Sirius 211, XM 222, and Internet 940, Islanders on Internet 937. 9 p.m., Calgary Flames face the Anaheim Ducks. Flames on XM 202, Internet 923, Ducks on Internet 920. 9 p.m., Edmonton Oilers face the Detroit Lions. 9 p.m., Edmonton Oilers take on the Detroit Red Wings. Oilers on Sirius XM Channels 167, Internet 930, Red Wings on Internet 929. 10 p.m., Vegas Golden Knights face the Columbus Blue Jackets. Knights on Sirius XM Channels 91, Internet 949, Jackets on Internet 927. 10:30 p.m., Seattle Kraken face the San Jose Sharks. Kraken on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 943, Sharks on Internet 942. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Thursday, January the 30th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates.
Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 brings you expert analysis from former players, coaches, and executives, plus reaction to all the latest news on the only 24/7 station dedicated to the National Football League.
Former Buffalo Sabres head coach Don Granato was on the Morning Skate with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellick for Sirius XM NHL Network Radio Channel 91 to talk about how different today's athletes are, as well as what it's been like to watch Austin Matthews grow.
It's really a switch in the last 10 years. First birth year I had at the national team program was 95 birth year. So it was JT Compher, Tyler Mott, that group. You have them for 2 years, so the next birth year coming in was the 97s, which was prolific. It was Austin Matthews and Matthew Tkachuk and McAvoy and Hanifin and Werenski. And I remember talking to the coaches back then that this birth year is way different than the 95 birth year. And this summer, ironically, I picked up a book that titled The Anxious Generation. And I thought it was very well documented, and the author used the iPhone. And the iPhone came out in 2008 or 6, somewhere in that range. But social media didn't hit hard on the iPhone where you could rate a kid's looks if you're a high school student. And so judging other people on a social media app on the iPhone was about 2013. And so now you think about all these kids going to high school, and we never had this. They can be made fun of on social media. They don't even know it, and they're walking out of a classroom and people are laughing. Yeah. So it's a different world we all live in because we're all criticized and compared to more and faster. And with that, you need to balance that with support. And I think, lots of coaches that have gone, that I watch around the league in the NHL, there's a lot of great coaches and a lot of good young coaches that are really good at that. The X's and O's, I say to people, are easy now. When the X's and O's are a very simple part of hockey. It's connecting with people and getting people motivated and excited. And that's changed dramatically. X's and O's became big when video hit the computer. You could watch 100 or 1,000 forechecks over and over and over and say, okay, these are the key components on a forecheck. And so, you didn't have to be in the NHL to become better at that. So that's the easy part. I just can't imagine doing this or that I did it. I called Brian Matthews one time in Austin's U17 year. And I said, Brian, do you have any idea how good your son is? And his reply was no. Like, what are you talking about? Why are you, what is this conversation? And I had to explain to him, and I said, I think this is what's going to happen in Austin. I said, you honestly have to prepare for your life to become very chaotic and crazy. And lo and behold, he gets drafted in Toronto instead of, some different market. And we know how crazy it can be here.
Oh, yeah.
But, and then the last thing I'll say on it is I remember leading up to the draft, lots of people said, can he handle Toronto? And I thought, absolutely, no problem. And the biggest thing for me is when a young player comes in the league, and we talked about it earlier, if they're a -2 or 3 and they have a really tough night, you get to know how they're going to respond. And some that breaks their confidence, and maybe they need a stint in the AHL. You got to get them out of the pressure. Mm-hmm. But Austin was so good that if that happened, and when it's happened in his career, it doesn't hurt his confidence. He knows that he's in that category of player that I know I can redeem myself just get me to the next game now. And they can do, the best players can do that. And that's a different echelon of player at the NHL level that can do that. So if you look at the top players in the NHL, their confidence is not going to break. The guys right under that, they have a bad night. They may not want that next game.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
I'm Frank Track.
It's the face-off. This is Rogers Game Night on the Oilers Radio Network.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuss shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Did you know the RCMP polices over 99% of Alberta's landscape? From the oil sands to the Rockies to the prairies, the RCMP has a province covered. Providing policing services to more than 1,700 communities and with over 150 career specializations, the Alberta RCMP has something to fit everyone's goals and lifestyles. Visit rcmpcareers.ca and take the next step towards your career with the Alberta RCMP. A message from the Government of Canada.
You're listening to Rogers Game Night on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 CHAD, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
All right, let's bring aboard our Inside the Game analyst, Rob Brown. Rob, our first opportunity to see John Klingberg tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's funny. I was excited to see what he's capable of doing, having been gone for 400 days. I remember how good a player he was in Dallas, and then the last few years haven't been as good. And I think, okay, well, he's healthy now and without pain. And then I read the article today, or the tweet out by Mark Spector, that said that he had, at 18, he had surgery on his hips. At 21, he had surgery on his hips, and he's never played a National Hockey League game without being in pain. And then you're like even more intrigued. Okay, now we're seeing a player that was an elite defenseman in this league who was playing through pain at that time. I'm excited to see what he's capable of doing, and the Oilers may have hit a home run. I mean, it's too early. We don't know, but getting a player of his stature, if he can get back to 80% of what he was, that is a big gain for the Edmonton Oilers blue line.
Yeah, no question about that. Todd McClellan, and they are playing differently through the neutral zone. They're playing a 1-2, than not the 1-1-3, Rob.
Well, I might have learned playing against Edmonton, the 1-3 doesn't work. So the Detroit Red Wings are playing much better. We know that Todd McClellan's a good coach. He was a good coach here. He's a good coach in LA. And now he's got the Detroit Red Wings playing like they were capable of playing. So it will be a bigger test. I am upset that we have no Patrick Kane. Huge fan. Love watching him play. And you always love when the great ones get to come through Edmonton. but it's still a team that's playing very well. 11-4 since McClellan has taken over. This will be a bigger test than the last couple of games for the Oilers. The Oilers didn't play good in those games, Bob. They played good enough.
Yep.
I think tonight they're going to have to find their game to play against a very game and good Detroit Red Wing team.
All right, let's go to Ford Keys of the game, brought to you by Ford, the official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Built Ford proud.
Well, win races and win battles, because if you do those two things, you're going to draw penalties. The Detroit Red Wings are not a good penalty-killing team. They're a terrible penalty-killing team. You get on the power play, you're probably going to score some goals. And to me, forecheck. The Oilers got to get in quickly on the Detroit defense and force the turnovers down below the tops of the circles. And the final one, to me, puck management. I don't think the Oilers were good puck management. You brought it up last game. Connor Brown, the turnover high in his own, on the offensive zone, turned into the odd man break. Puck management against a good team is very, very important.
That's your Inside the Game analyst, Rob Brown. More with Rob and Brent Griffiths during the end of the roll. First and second intermission. Rob will join me post-game as well. Cam Moon's got the call up next. It's the Edmonton Oilers and the Detroit Red Wings live from Rogers Place on 40 Oilers NHL Hockey and the Oilers Radio Network.
RS Breakers and Controls, Canada's leader in new, used, tested, and obsolete circuit breakers, MCC buckets, bus plugs, and switches. They have everything you need to maintain your aging electrical infrastructure, ensuring it operates as good as new. Their 24/7 emergency response gets you back up and running quickly, saving valuable time and money. Minimal generators or modifications needed, and like-for-like replacements mean no special inspections. Don't replace, repair your legacy equipment with RS. Visit rsbreakers.com.
Businesses deserve the best protection against cyber threats. Alltech offers state-of-the-art IT and cybersecurity solutions to safeguard digital assets. The team of experts at Alltech are dedicated to providing the highest level of security, ensuring that data remains safe and operations are seamless. With Alltech, businesses can focus on growth while the rest is handled. From advanced threat detection to comprehensive data security, Alltech has it covered. Choose Alltech for reliable and effective cybersecurity. Visit alt-tech.ca now to learn more.
Hockey is back, and so is Play Alberta, Alberta's #1 sportsbook and the official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Cheer for the Oilers while scoring bigger offers, boosted odds, live betting, player props, and more. New to Alberta? New players now receive $200 in free bets just for signing up. Already a player? Get a $10 free bet for every $100 you bet. Download the new Sportsbook app and make your picks today. Bonus terms and conditions apply.
Over the last decade, the world of work has changed dramatically. It's a change that can cause a disconnect between a company and its employees. But a partnership with Aon can help by making decisions that create a more flexible, engaged, and resilient workforce. Aon's experience and expertise, global understanding, and advanced analytics ensure that every client is better informed and better advised so that they can make better decisions. Whatever the next decade brings, Aon is in the business of better decisions.
Hatred, love, in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
This is Oil Country.
McDavid,
Now, with the call of tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast, Bob Stauffer and Cam Moon on the Oilers Radio Network.
Two teams that have won 3 in a row. The Edmonton Oilers host the Detroit Red Wings here at Rogers Place. Good evening, Cam Moon, along with Bob Stauffer, Brent Griffiths, Rob Brown, Brendan Escott, Jack Michaels. We're the Oilers Radio Network, and our starting lineup, it's brought to you by Coventry Homes. Flexibility within reach. Get back in the game with customizable designs by Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers. For the Oilers up front, Leon Draisaitl with Vasily Podkolzin and Victor Arvidsson. On defense, Matthias Ekholm, and making his Oilers debut, John Klingberg. In goal, it's Stuart Skinner. For the Red Wings, Dylan Larkin with Marco Kasper and Lucas Raymond up front. On defense, Ben Sherratt and Moritz Seider. In goal, it's Alex Lyon. Cody Beach and Graham Skilleter. They are the referees. On the lines, Travis Garlitz and Kyle Murchison. We drop the puck. We're underway here at Rogers Place. Klingberg through the middle to Podkolzin on the right wing. He stood up at center ice, and Kasper's able to shoot it in. In behind his net, Matthias Ekholm to Klingberg on the right side. Through the middle, finds Podkolzin to center to Arvidsson. Back to Podkolzin. Now in over the line. Gave it to Draisaitl. He'll shoot it, and that goes off his stick. Then it comes in front of the net, and Lyon's able to poke it into the corner. Sherratt up against the boards, but it'll go in behind the net. Raymond will rim on the right to Larkin. Larkin off the right wing boards, down the ice. It goes up on end. It will be icing against the Red Wings. 38 seconds into a scoreless first.
An opportunity for Leon Draisaitl, and he healed the shot. Had a little bit of a look there. And out comes Connor McDavid.
I'm excited to see Klingberg play tonight.
Yeah, well, Klingberg's with Ekholm, and we're going to see Nurse and Bouchard to start here.
Face off to the right of Lyon. Edvinsson will get it around on the left. And the puck cleared out by Kasper. At the Edmonton blue line is Bouchard. Now to Nugent Hopkins, right wing to Connor Brown. Off the boards and in. Edvinsson back for it, pokes it behind the net. Rimmed by Johansson, will get up to the blue line and out. Bouchard is passed for McDavid, goes off his stick. It's at center ice. Nugent Hopkins to McDavid, in over the Detroit line, down the left wing, in front of the net, and the shot doesn't get through from Brown. Through the middle, Tarasenko is able to get it out of the zone. Sent in, it goes off of McDavid. They'll say it didn't touch him, but I think it did.
He's going to say he got it with his glove?
Yeah, I think it hit his glove, but they'll say, well, it might be at center ice.
We're going to have a drop center.
Yeah, it's going to be the one linesman did see it hit his glove.
You know, as opposed to like when the Kansas City Chiefs play and the one guy calls it a first down, and the guy that's got his...
The line judges were coming in at different angles. Yeah, you're right. It was a little weird.
We got to make sure KC's in the Super Bowl, don't we?
Well, they are.
Just kidding. They're good enough. They don't need much more help than that.
Just kidding a little, maybe. Puck shot into the Detroit Red Wing end. Hyman's in on the forecheck. Hall will get it around the boards. It's up near the blue line, but that is kept in. Lyon's able to kick it over to Gustafsson. He's going to get it high in the air. It's going to bounce into the Edmonton end, but that is offside against Detroit.
Just in case you think it's sour grapes, no, I didn't lose any money on that. I have lost lots of money before, but not on that.
Not on that. That's right. Now. Okay, that faceoff's going to be just outside the Detroit blue line. Philp to take the draw.
Against Valeno.
Yeah.
As a pair of number 9, he's gotten a scrap the last time these two teams played.
That's true. Puck sent to center ice. It's dumped in, and it goes in behind the net. Valeno will get it on the right wing. Back to the right wing point to Hall. Off the end boards. It goes in behind the Edmonton goal. Now up the right wing to Perry. He will get it out. Picked up by Philp. Into the Detroit zone. He'll shoot it, and that goes off a stick. Over to the right wing. And Mark got it low. Now to Philp. He's in behind the goal. To the left wing for Perry. Back to the left wing point. Kulak off the boards and behind the net to Matthias Janmark. Comes over to the left side. Top of the circle. Back to the blue line. Kulak with a shot and a save made by Lyon. He held it up against his body. 2 minutes, 20 seconds gone here in a scoreless first.
Corey Perry giving a little bit of a tap there to Noah Philp as the Oilers did a good job with a long cycle. And Philp kind of got boxed out. Good job defensively in front of the net. So he couldn't get a stick in there to deflect the shot. as Eric Gustafson, who had a 60-point season for Stan Bowman in Chicago, boxed him out. And Eric Gustafson with 60 points is the only Oiler draft pick in the last 25 years after round 1 that's had a 60-point season in the NHL.
Face off in the Detroit zone, and Raymond off the right wing boards was able to get it out. Larkin picks it up at center. It's knocked off his stick. Draisaitl to Arvidsson into the Detroit zone. Couldn't get it back to Draisaitl. It got tied up. And the puck goes to the left wing. Podkolzin to the blue line to Ekholm. Over to Klingberg on the right. Klingberg quickly back to Ekholm. Left wing point. His shot misses on the short side. Comes off the end boards. Up to the blue line where Draisaitl keep it in front of the net to Podkolzin, but it was bouncing around and he couldn't find the handle. Puck to the left wing point. Ekholm put it through the middle, and Kasper's able to get it out for Detroit.
Well, good opportunity there for Podkolzin, but he couldn't knock it down.
Sherratt with it at his own blue line for the Red Wings. He'll get to center ice, and he'll dump it in. A rim's on the right wing. Goes to the top of the circle. Kopp will get it in behind the net now to DeBrincat. It's centering pass. That goes in front of the net just off of the skate of Kopp. Kopp has it now on the right wing.
That was a better chance for Detroit than the one Podkolzin had.
At the top of the circle, it comes loose to Connor Brown. To Nurse on the right to Nugent Hopkins into the Detroit zone. Trying to get that through to the middle. Johansson goes into the corner. Get it up the right wing boards off of Kopp. Now Kopp skates onto it. On the left wing, he was looking for DeBrincat. Goes off the stick of Bouchard, and now DeBrincat will blast a shot in. Goes off the shoulder of Stuart Skinner. As he sees his first shot of the game. We're scoreless. We're in the first. We're 4 minutes in. As the Oilers host the Red Wings here at Rogers Place. Out with it, Bouchard to center, to Emberson. They'll come into the Detroit end on the left wing. He's going to stop up. He's top of the circle, and Soderblom got it free. He will get it out. Now to Berggren into the Oiler end. Went off his stick into the left wing corner. He'll get to it on the left side. Bounced it near the middle. Kulak got it free, but it goes to the blue line. Hall will keep it in. Right wing for Berggren. In the right corner, angle shot, and the save by Skinner. The rebound was in front of the net, and there was Henrique to get it up the right wing for Hyman, and at center ice, he's able to shoot it in. He goes after it. Gustafson pokes it to the corner. Puck will go to Hyman, put it through the middle, goes all the way to the blue line. Emberson right side, in front of the net, off a stick, it goes wide. Gustafson up the left wing for Detroit. Slowly make his way to center ice. Now come into the Oiler end. Put it to the middle. The shot by Fisher. That's off a stick. That goes out of play. 4 minutes, 54 seconds gone here in a scoreless first period.
Well, Detroit's doing a better job of working their way back to the puck. The Oilers haven't had a chance to really make much happen in transition, and that's where they sliced and diced the Red Wings last year in what amounted to an 8-4 victory.
Oilers were in Detroit October 27th. It was a 3-2 overtime win. Leon Draisaitl had the OT winner.
2 on the game on his birthday.
Yeah. 2 goals and an assist. Here's Seider off the left wing. Into the high slot to Fisher across. The one-time shot by Sherratt. Save made by Skinner. Puck comes up to the blue line. Sherratt on the left wing point. Around the boards, down in behind the net. Ekholm trying to get it loose. Valeno up against the boards. Ekholm got it in behind the goal. Now Shine runs right into Klingberg, and the puck is sent off the left side and down the ice. Won't be hard enough for icing as Philp got it out.
Shine is not a guy that shies away from physical play. He's had some big penalty minute years in the A playing in Grand Rapids, and he was there a while.
Just his second NHL game here tonight. The puck dumped into the Oilers zone after a long time in Grand Rapids for Dominic Shine. Out through the middle. Bouchard, long pass to Draisaitl, comes into Detroit territory, goes in behind the net. Edmondson on him, over to the left wing. His pass to the middle off a stick. It comes out to Arvidsson, and he can't get a shot away. And the puck cleared out by DeBrincat. Podkolzin at center ice, penalty coming up to Detroit when they touch it. We're scoreless. We're here in the first. Pass through the middle, goes all the way down to Alex Lyon. He'll touch it. And the Edmonton Oilers will go on the power play when we come back. 6 minutes, 7 seconds gone here in a scoreless first period. The Oilers host the Red Wings. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Chemco is more than just a trusted local name. Chemco has been building industry across Canada for more than 60 years. From engineering through to commissioning, construction, maintenance, and beyond, Chemco's multidiscipline approach stands firmly on the belief that Chemco cares. It's not just what they do, it's how they do it. Visit Chemco.com and discover how they can support your project today. Chemco, proud fans of the Edmonton Oilers, serving and supporting communities across Canada for over 60 years.
Tired of skyrocketing energy bills? Switch to clean, affordable power with Horizon Solar. Whether you want to cut costs, go green, or increase your home's value, Horizon Solar has you covered with tailored solar energy solutions. With current government incentives, there's never been a better time to make the switch. Own your power, control your bills, live sustainably. For your free assessment, call Horizon Solar today or visit horizonsolar.com to get started. Horizon Solar, where going green makes sense.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50, presented by Rogers, is back and bigger than ever. The largest 50-50 in sports offers early bird draws, bonus raffles, and a main jackpot, which is growing by the second. With over $100 million invested across oil country, your support directly helps kids, families, and communities in need. Maybe you'll be our next winner. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make oil country a better place.
AGLC license number 696879.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Scoreless here in the first. Tarasenko to the box for the Red Wings, and the Oilers go on the power play.
Tough call on Tarasenko. Well, the Oilers at 24.4%, seventh in the league. The Red Wings have been the dead wings on the PK. Second last in the league at 69.6%. Only the New York Islanders, who've been abysmal all year, have a worse penalty killing mark than that. Drop the puck.
Power play is brought to you by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Face off to the right of Alex Lyon. His last game, January 21st, 24 saves and a 2-1 overtime loss to Philadelphia. Here's Nugent Hopkins, left wing corner to McDavid, goes in behind the net to the right wing point to Bouchard. Back to McDavid. Brings it up to the right point, into the corner to Draisaitl. Looks towards the net, the shot, and is saved by Lyon. Draisaitl gets his own rebound to the point for Bouchard. Bouchard works to the middle. Over to Draisaitl, right wing corner to McDavid. He'll step out in the pass. It gets across to Draisaitl eventually. Now to Bouchard on the point in the middle. Right wing to McDavid. We're scoreless here in the first. McDavid over to Bouchard on the left wing. Pass through the middle, broken up, but it gets to Draisaitl. Scores! Leon Draisaitl with a quick shot to the stick side of Lyon. It's a power play goal, and the Oilers are up 1-0.
Well, fortuitous break for the Edmonton Oilers. That puck probably should have been cleared. And then it went to the league's best player this season. And Leon Draisaitl has scored his 36th of the year. Bouchard off a stick, and it hopped over the stick of Ben Sherratt, went right to Leon Draisaitl, and it's in the net.
6:49, time of that goal. And yeah, Sherratt got his stick in the passing lane, got a real good piece of it, but it still got across. And a good shot by Leon Draisaitl. Then the Oilers are up 1-0 here with a power play goal. Puck gets to the middle. Berggren with a shot, a right pad save made by Skinner. It's lifted to the line off of Edmondson and out now down the right wing to Arvidsson. From the angle, wanted to shoot it. Edmondson was able to poke it away. Rasmussen will rim it, won't get out. Nurse with a shot. That one hits traffic in front of the goal. Goes to the right wing corner. 1-0. Oilers lead here in the first. Puck to the middle of the ice. And up the right wing, Berggren will get it out. Kulak inside his own end to Nurse. Nurse forced to the end boards. Bouchard and McDavid with the assists on the goal by Draisaitl. A league-leading 36th. Out from behind the net, Kulak spins in the right corner, trying to shake off. Raymond goes in behind the net. Up the left wing, off the boards and out. Hall will shoot it right back in. It goes off the glass. Skinner can set it. Kulak, or make that Klingberg, up the left wing to Kulak. He'll get to center ice. He'll shoot it in. Lyon able to stop it. He gave it away, and McDavid had to go off a stick from the right side. Puck goes over to the boards on the left. Chopped to the middle. Raymond to Gustafsson. Gustafson off the left wing glass and into the Oilers zone. Klingberg to Ekholm. He's in behind the Edmonton net. Ekholm up the right wing. His pass gets picked off by Kopp. Kopp right back in with Tarasenko. He'll drop it back, and the shot by DeBrincat misses. On the left wing, Tarasenko let it go. It hits Ekholm. Goes to the right wing boards. DeBrincat get the puck over to the left wing. Goes in behind the Edmonton net. Ekholm off the boards and out. Seider at his own blue line to Sherratt. 1-0 Oilers. 9 minutes gone here in the first period. On the right wing, it's Jan Mark in his own zone. Now cuts to the middle. He'll turn it up ice. Jan Mark now forced to the right wing on the backhand, able to shoot it in. Edmondson on the end boards. Up the right wing, Veleno will get it out to center and poked off his stick. It's loose at the Edmonton blue line. Philp to Kulak to Philp. At center finds Arvidsson on the right wing. Softly off the right wing corner boards, and in it goes. Shoveled around. Kulak was able to keep it in. Goes to Podkolzin, left wing corner. Behind the net. Victor Arvidsson takes it to the right, up to the top of the circle, to the blue line, drops it to Draisaitl. He'll go towards the net, in front, the shot, that's saved by Lyon, absolutely robbing Vasily Podkolzin. That was a good save, good setup too.
Yeah, real good weave there, that's what happened. McDavid earlier shift missed an opportunity for Edmonton to a little bit of a puck touch, and then Leon comes on the ice, and Arvidsson hands it off to him, and Colson posts himself in front of the net, and Alex Lyon fought that one off.
Faced off to the left of Lyon. Cam Talbot had started the previous 3 games. Puck comes into the middle. It goes to Draisaitl, a backhand, and a blocker save made by Lyon. Sherratt to the corner, around the boards to Raymond. He just got it out. Arvidsson will dump it back in. It's gloved by Lyon. Sets it down to Seider. Across to Sherratt. The left wing, Casper to the middle of Larkin, over the line to Raymond. His shot, and that one's blocked. Comes back to the line. Sherratt will let it go. Glove save made by Skinner. He's going to hold on to it. We're going to take a break with 9:44 to go in the first period. Oilers have a 1-0 lead on the Red Wings. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
You might think it's crazy to put so much of our in-stock flooring on sale during the Big One clearance event, but it's not. Here's why. Even end-of-the-roll flooring centers only have so much room, so we need to clear out what's already here to make room. It's not just a sale, it's our biggest sale. It's why we call it the Big One. We're not crazy. Our prices just make it look that way. The Big One clearance event on now for a limited time at end-of-the-roll flooring centers. Let's get flooring.
12870 St. Albert Trail and now open at 580 Parsons Road Southwest.
Our people, our team. It's what business owners almost always say is their most important resource. But strong businesses don't just find great people. They make sure their teams stay healthy, engaged, and performing at their best. A benefits plan from Alberta Blue Cross is more than just drug and dental. They support the whole person with flexible coverage levels that fit the size and circumstance of your business. Find a plan that gets results at ab.bluecross.ca.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm proud to call myself an Albertan. You know, after years of touring this great province in my Ford F-150, I've learned the value of driving a tough, capable, smart truck. Whether you're working for the weekend or long-hauling it like I am, there's an F-150 for every Albertan, with plenty of options to choose from, like available Pro Power on board. So if you're looking for a new truck, stop by your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
1-0 Oilers lead the Red Wings, 9:44 to go in the first period. Tonight's Feeding Oil Country 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's in support of Edmonton's Food Bank, serving over 40,000 people each month through its hamper program, with roughly 40% of recipients being children under 18. Get your tickets now. Help support food insecurity across Oil Country. Total jackpot $522,000 right now. Face off in the Edmonton zone. Puck goes to Nurse through the middle to Hyman and over the line. Towards the net, to the side of the goal. It went. It comes loose. Scores! Jeff Skinner free, but it did.
Well, Alex Lyon's got to do a little bit better job than that. Securing the puck. It's bang play down low, but it looked like he had it pretty cleanly. Todd McClellan looking down on that Detroit bench. But Hyman chipped it towards the net. Oh, he never did have it. No. And it was a malfunction at the junction between Eric Gustafsson. Adam Henrique was in on the forecheck, and then Hyman basically slashed it off the stick of Gustafsson, and it went to the netminder. Off the netminder right to Jeff Skinner.
So Jeff Skinner gets his 9th of the year at 10:29 of the first period. Right place at the right time. It's 2-0 Oilers.
I'm here to tell you, Edmonton probably hasn't scored on their two best opportunities in this game, and they're up 2-0.
That's right.
And Detroit's had a couple good looks too here.
Puck goes off a stick into the Oiler bench.
Hey, super cool moment tonight in Montreal. Marc-Andre Fleury playing his last game in his home province, and he shuts out the Canadians. And the Canadians players waited and all shook hands with Fleury after to a roaring approval from that classy Montreal fan base.
And it didn't look like any of the fans had left. They all stayed.
Don't have to love the politics all the time to appreciate how great hockey fans are in Quebec and the religion that is hockey there.
So good on Marc-Andre Fleury. Here's Brown to bring it into the Detroit zone on the right wing. Hyman and Henrique with the assists on the Skinner goal. Puck brought in on the left wing by Raymond all the way across to the middle of the shot. And the save made by Skinner as Johansson had jumped up into the play. The puck goes over the glass and out of play. And Stuart Skinner was called upon to make a big save.
Well, unfortunately, Connor Brown had the puck just inside the blue line and he turned it over. And that started the transition back the other way for the Red Wings, and they activated their backside D, and a tremendous look, and Skinner fought it off.
2-0 Oilers lead here in the first. 8:57 to go in the opening period. Arvidsson up the right side. He'll get to center ice. He's going to shoot it in. Sider has to deal with the bouncing puck. Goes in behind the Red Wing net. He's got Podkolzin all over. Now Tarasenko out from behind the goal. Up the right wing, gave it to Kopp. Now in over the line. Kopp couldn't get a pass across. It goes into the middle. Sider was right in front of the net. Nurse is able to get a pass that hit Podkolzin. He'll stay in to break it down the right wing. To the right wing corner. Drops it to Kopp. Up to the top of the circle. Across to DeBrincat. Shot, and it launches off the stick of Nurse. Hits the glass. Comes out to center. Gustafsson takes it back into his own end for Detroit. 2-0 Oilers. 8:15 to go in the first period. To Sherratt, to the line, and it's a glove pass, they say, from Nugent Hopkins to Brown, so we get the whistle. Draisaitl and Skinner, the goal scorers for the Oilers.
I might assert to you that this has not been the cleanest start from Edmonton, but they got a little bit of juice going.
Yep. Face-off just outside the Detroit blue line. Henrique taking the draw. Nope, he's out. Hyman's in. They're out there with Jeff Skinner. Emerson and Kulak on the back end. Larkin's able to win the draw for Detroit. Johansson up the right wing, off the right wing boards and into the Oilers zone it goes. Emerson back four. With Casper on him, puck comes up top of the circle, now to the blue line to Johansson. He'll take a snapshot, and that one hits bodies, goes into the right wing corner in the Oilers zone. Squeezes loose to Larkin. Now behind the net to Raymond. Off the left wing boards to the line for Edmondson. Edmondson takes a hard hit from Hyman. Puck to the blue line. Raymond's going to keep it in. He'll go towards the net. That's poked off his stick. Kulak will get it up the left wing boards to Jeff Skinner, and he comes out with it for Edmonton. Into the Detroit zone, down that left wing corner from the angle, and Lyon was able to squeeze up against the post and keep it out. It's in behind the Detroit net. Edmondson flushed out of there by McDavid. Cross to Johansson up the right wing, off of Tarasenko. Goes in behind the Edmonton goal. Ekholm on the left wing to Nugent Hopkins, now up to Brown. Center ice, he'll shoot it in. McDavid looking for it, left corner, goes in behind the net. Now McDavid has it. His pass to the middle, and that one gets broken up by Kopp. Fans on his clearing attempt. That is to the line, and Ekholm keeping it in for a moment anyway. And out to center ice is to brink it, and he'll shoot it in. On the right wing, Nugent Hopkins to the middle to Ekholm. Will get to center. Now to Brown into Detroit territory. Goes cross ice. It was too far for Nugent Hopkins, and it is cleared out by Veleno. Bouchard back into his own zone. To Perry, back to Evan Bouchard. The left wing to Nurse, right wing to Perry. Perry was stopped at the Detroit blue line. Puck goes into the Red Wings end, and Hall will come up the right wing. It's center ice, shoots it in. Rims on the left. 6:08 to go in the first period. 2-0 Oilers lead. Draisaitl and Jeff Skinner, the goal scorers, and Perry got tripped up by Veleno, and the Edmonton Oilers are going back on the power play. Of which they are 1 for 1.
Should mention that Cody Beach is one of the 2 referees here tonight, and his brother Kyle Beach is the assistant coach to Ben Walter at Trinity Western University, and Kyle's here. Of course, as we know, Oilers general manager Stan Bowman has spoke last year to Trinity Western's hockey club.
Trinity Western will take on the Bears tomorrow.
And that's where you and me are going to.
Oh, we'll be there.
It's the only game we're going to be able to see until the playoffs for the Bears. Oilers 1 for 1 on the power play. Kind of off a broken play.
Yeah. Power play brought to you by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com as Sherratt can get it around the boards and down the ice. Bouchard up the right wing to Draisaitl. Draisaitl finds McDavid, comes in over the line. It's knocked off his stick, but he'll get right to it. Left corner. Around on the right wing boards to Draisaitl, protects it. Holds on to it. Right wing corner to McDavid. Up to the blue line to Bouchard. Bouchard goes to the middle to McDavid on the right wing point. Into the corner to Draisaitl. He'll step out, get it across. The shot by Bouchard and the save by Lyon. He covers it up. As Bouchard had snuck in from that left point position.
There again, if he one times that. Yeah, Lyon exploded across there in the side to side. Yeah, if he one times that, he might be able to put that in.
Face off to the right of Lyon. Minute 22 to go in the power play for the Oilers. They're up 2-0 with 5:25 to go here in the first. Puck sent off the glass, goes out of play. They'll do it again inside that Detroit zone.
Oilers got to win a draw here.
Yeah.
A lot easier in the power play. By the way, Bakersfield Condors won 4-2 last night, Cam. Town Scoreboard for 73. And they got their first home power play goal of the season in that game.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a long time coming.
Yes, it was. Matt Savoy with a goal and an assist last night. He's second in rookie scoring in the American Hockey League.
Like to see that. Off the draw goes to Draisaitl. Shot just misses. The wraparound, and Lyon just barely keeps it out as McDavid almost got that one in on the wraparound.
I don't know if the puck is sticking a bit, but there's a couple times where it looks like it's being recalibrated. It's hopped on. Of course, the Oil Kings tomorrow night are home to Calgary. They don't have their best player, Grayson Sachin, and it showed. They played Calgary last night, and Edmonton, who have loaded up for a run here, beat them 6-0. So it'll be a tough matchup tomorrow. I don't think the puck went in, but they have been called over.
They're going to make sure. McDavid had the wraparound, and it didn't go in. Exactly. Lyon kept it out. Minute 14 to go in the power play. Yeah, Oil Kings versus Calgary tomorrow here at Rogers Place. Saturday, they're in Lethbridge. Sider will go in behind his net, rim it hard. Off of Bouchard, it goes into the Detroit bench. Detroit's doing well on these PK face-offs.
Yes. And they're not a great face-off team. The Oilers are third at 52.5. Detroit's 17th at 50.4. The Leons had some challenges here. Now Larkin's waved out of the circle. He's by far their best faceoff man, so Lucas Raymond comes in to take a drop. Oh, Leon's going to get waved out. Oh.
Now McDavid comes in. All right. McDavid wins it. It goes to Bouchard, takes it to the middle. Over to the right point now, down the right wing boards to Draisaitl.
So they're overplaying Leon's side. The flank is there for Nugent Hopkins.
McDavid, his steps out. The shot doesn't get through. Loose in front. Draisaitl. Oh, a bad save made by Lyon. Out of the right corner, McDavid will walk to the net. Knocked off his stick. Puck to the blue line. Bouchard, left wing to Nugent Hopkins. Now to McDavid behind the net. Goes over to the right wing, to the blue line to Bouchard. Bouchard, right side to Draisaitl. Waiting, shooting. And he put it wide off the glass. Just past Bouchard. It comes out. Oilers quickly want to get back in with it, but Bouchard's pass picked off. Here's Larkin into the Oilers zone. And he couldn't get a pass across. Nugent Hopkins had blocked it. Casper has it at the Edmonton blue line. He'll come down the right wing. A backhand, didn't get much on it. Saved by Skinner. Skinner's going to put the puck down and give it to Bouchard. Penalty over here in 10 seconds. 2-0 Oilers lead. 4:10 to go in the first period. Down the right wing, McDavid. In behind the net. Dishes it back out to Draisaitl. Across. It hits a stick. And McDavid has it on the left wing boards. Penalty is over. McDavid to the middle. Knocked off his stick. And Veleno will get it up the left wing. Runs into Nurse. Puck at the Edmonton blue line. Oilers 1 for 2 on the power play. Nurse will go in behind the Edmonton goal.
And Detroit survived that Edmonton power play. There's no other way to say it.
Yeah. Nurse snaps a pass. It goes right all the way down to Lyon. Almost caught him off guard. Veleno to the Oiler end on the left wing. He got checked. The puck comes out. Shine with it. Across to Johansson. Up to Veleno. He'll dump it in. Skinner's going to play it. Right onto the tape of Henrique. Up the right wing to Jeff Skinner. Gets over center ice and shoots it in. Rides up on the glass. Goes over to Johansson. Around to Gustafsson. To Shine. It's bumped in the corner. Cross to Johansson. Give it to Gustafsson in behind the Detroit net. Edmonton will make changes. Under 3 to go here in the first. 2-0 Oilers lead. Gustafsson to center ice. Now drills it into the Oilers zone. Kulak steers it to the middle. Soderblom had it only for a moment for Detroit. It comes out. And it's Philp into the Detroit end. Tried to shoot it. Fanned on it. Puck goes to the right wing point. Klingberg put it through the middle, but Berggren can bring it out for Detroit at the Edmonton blue line for Soderblom to the right wing corner. Soderblom on the right wing boards behind the net to Rasmussen. We'll get it back to the right wing point. Gustafsson to Sider down the left wing. Sider to the left wing corner. In behind the goal to Berggren. He'll take it to the right wing corner. To the blue line. Sherratt fakes it across to Sider and his one-timer off the stick of Philp. It's in behind the Edmonton goal. Up the left wing is Kulak. At center ice was able to get that puck to Podkolzin and he'll dump it in. Sider out from behind his goal for Detroit. Hard pass up the right wing over the stick of Tarasenko. It's icing against the Red Wings. Minute 55 to go here in the first period. 2-0 Oilers lead.
What do you think?
Well, the Oilers have been
the better
opportunistic, and they have been the better team. They've had the better chances. Granted, they've had 2 power plays.
Lyon made a real good save.
Yes, he did. Very good save. Detroit's had one real good look. Stuart Skinner got that with the arm. Face off to the right of Lyon. Shots now 14-7 for Edmonton. Puck goes to the left wing point. Nurse keeps it in to Janmark. To Nurse. Cross the line to Bouchard. And to the blue line, it just comes out. Nurse over to Janmark. Now to Connor Brown. We'll go into the Detroit zone. Tarasenko to Sider. Behind his net. Pressured by Janmark. Cross to Edvinsson up the right wing. Is able to get it out. To DeBrincat at center ice. He'll shoot it in. Bouchard, the right wing. Brown pushes to the middle. That's where it finds McDavid. He'll come down the right wing. Runs into Edmondson, but makes a play. Goes into the right wing corner with it. Now out to the middle. Just missed Brown. Tarasenko can clear it. Ty Emberson inside the Edmonton zone. Oilers will change the forwards. Emberson waits. We're into the last minute here of the first period. 2-0 Oilers lead. Puck goes to Draisaitl. Now down the left wing. Ekholm in over the line. Goes to the left wing corner. Put it right through the crease. Goes across to the right. Emberson keeping it in. And it's in the right corner of Detroit zone. On the inboards, Draisaitl got it free. Left wing for Ekholm. Cross to the right wing corner to Draisaitl. Against the right wing boards. Perry got in there too. It goes in behind the net. Johansson to the right wing corner to Raymond, but he gets checked by Corey Perry. It's up against the boards with 25 seconds to go here in the first period. Gets kicked free. Hyman to Draisaitl to the right wing point to Emberson. Now across to Ekholm. To Emberson. We'll come across the line now down the left wing. Emberson to the left wing corner. Stop in that left corner. Pinned by Larkin. 5 seconds to go in the period. Emberson gets dumped down. Puck goes over to Perry on the right wing, and the first period will end. And the Edmonton Oilers will have a 2-0 lead on the Red Wings after 20 minutes.
Maybe lucky for one of the goals, but probably should be up by 2 in this game, maybe 3-1. That's the caliber of opportunities that Edmonton ended up having, Cam.
Yeah, they did have some very good ones, and I think a Lions save on that power play, denying a goal, and one early on Podkolzin when he got a pass into the slot and had a pretty good chance there too. So the Oilers with a couple of good looks in that first period. And we head downstairs. Brendan Escott standing by with Jeff Skinner.
Jeff, just take me through what you saw in that second goal of the game there. Bit of a broken play, but a lot of hard work, it looked like, by your teammates.
Yeah, I think every other guy was in it probably more than me. Rico started off with a nice face-off. Nursey made a nice breakup pass to Heisey, and then Heisey and Rico were kind of in the dirty area there in front of the net and sort of poked it to me, and I just kind of put in the open net.
What did you like about your team's game in that opening frame? You want to see them carry forward throughout the rest of this one?
I thought we were quick on the forecheck. I think if we can tighten up the neutral zone and get a little bit quicker through there, we spent some more time in the O-zone. I thought Stu made some real good saves when we needed them, and I think just keep building on the good things in our game.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, there was Jeff Skinner downstairs. Brendan Escott. Jeff Skinner's got a goal. That's his 9th of the year. Leon Draisaitl leading the NHL. He's got 36 on this season. And the Edmonton Oilers have a 2-0 lead on Detroit after 20 minutes. Oilers out shooting the Red Wings 14-7 in that first period. We had a great first intermission coming up. Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, they are sitting up there. They are ready to go, standing by, as you would say, and they will have it all fired up for you when we come back. 2-0 Oilers lead the Red Wings. We're through 20 here at Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
Rogers is Canada's fastest and most reliable internet. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Brown's scoring down in the basement. And there it is! Watch Leon light the lamp in the living room. Spectacular! Connor scoring in all corners of the house. And Nurse notching a game winner in the nursery. Very quietly, of course. Rogers, proud partner and fan of your Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton comes all the way back!
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
McDavid over to Bouchard on the left wing. Pass through the middle, broken up, but it gets to Draisaitl. Scores! Leon Draisaitl with a quick shot to the stick side of Lyon.
And that's our Highlight Zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and right next door to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winner's Zone. Welcome to the first intermission here at Rogers Place. Oilers lead at 2-0 over the Detroit Red Wings after 20 minutes of play. Bryn Griffiths along with Rob Brown. So what do you think of that period? It's kind of weird that, the puck's bouncing a fair bit, I think, tonight, but the Oilers were fortuitous on both goals, but they should be up anyway.
Well, they had the better of the chances. They had the power plays, and the Red Wings have a terrible penalty kill, so the Oilers were going to take advantage of that. But when you play against a good team, as the Oilers are, you have to play, if not a perfect game, pretty close to it. And the Detroit Red Wings, both goals against were self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah.
I mean, the first goal, Evan Bouchard tries going cross rink with the pass. It doesn't even come close to getting there, and Ben Sherratt, he tries to shoot it out. He's got no one on him. He's going to clear the puck down, and at that point, probably the Oilers' first unit will change. He misses the puck, completely whiffs on it. The puck goes to Leon Draisaitl, who is Ben Sherratt's player, and he has all the time in the world. It's in the net, 1-0, and on the second goal, Alex Lyon was about to put his glove on the puck. He had control of the puck. He was going to freeze it, and there's nothing to see here. And then I'm not sure which defenseman, I think it was Edvinsson, but I could be wrong, but the Detroit Red Wing defenseman stuck his stick under the glove of Lyon and knocked the puck free, and then all of a sudden it comes out front to Jeff Skinner for a wide open net. So the Oilers' best chances were not, didn't find the back of the net. Those were saves by Alex Lyon, who was good in that period, but the Detroit Red Wings just created 2 grade A scoring chances by poor plays or bad luck or whatever you want in their own zone, and the Edmonton Oilers made them pay.
The Skinner goal was his 9th of the season, and Leon Draisaitl's 36 to lead the league. If you're going to have a puck bounce away from you as a defender, you just don't want to go into that guy, that's for sure.
No, not the number 1 goal scorer in the National Hockey League. The Oilers, the shots probably look a little more lopsided than they should because of the Oilers' 2 power plays where they controlled play. And in a period that's 2-0, the shots are 15-7. I don't think you should overlook how well Stuart Skinner played in that first period. There were a few loose defensive plays by the Oilers. There was a 3-on-1, there was a 2-on-1, there was a play that right in front of the net, there was no coverage, and the Red Wings had a golden chance from there. So Stuart Skinner probably came up with 3 really, really big saves. There was a back check, the 2 Oiler forwards, McDavid and I believe Brown, his 2 line mates, slow coming up, and you can't be slow against the Detroit Red Wings defense. They jump up in the play, and they did, and I think it was Johansson, he walks in because the Oilers didn't back check with their players, and Stuart's going to come up with a big save on that one as well. So the Oilers were good. A couple things they want to clean up, but certainly they were the better team in the first 20 minutes and deserved the lead.
Well, they're certainly moving their skates, and it was a pretty wide open first period, at least I thought. I don't know if Detroit can win playing like that.
Well, I think 5-on-5 Detroit was fine skating with the Oilers. It was the 2 penalties they took, and both of them penalties you can't take. Clipping the back of a skate and knocking the Oilers forward. I think it was Nurse and Perry where the 2 players went down. You just can't do that.
Right.
Easy calls for the ref. Those ones, they suck for the players that are getting knocked from behind because you don't see it, you don't expect it, and there's nothing you can do to protect your fall. So Detroit takes 2 dumb penalties. They have 2 bad luck or bad break or poor decisions that allowed goals in. They did create chances. They did get their good looks as well. Stuart Skinner just made big saves. So the Detroit Red Wings are going to continue to push in the second period with their speed. They did create their own chances, but they certainly are going to have to clean up their own end and cannot afford to take another penalty.
John Klingberg playing his first game with the Edmonton Oilers. It was an unremarkable first period, but I think that he'll be fine with that. He played 5 minutes and 59 seconds, 7 shifts, all of it even strength. What do you think?
He looked at times a little rusty. This is a guy that hasn't played in he hasn't played in 400 games or 400 days in a National Hockey League game. You can practice all you want, you can skate all you want, but once you get into a game, it is so much faster. And the players that you're playing against, they have, there's a directness about them that you don't get in practice. There's a physicality that you don't get in practice. So he will slowly get better. His skating didn't look out of place. I think the timing will take a bit of time to come, but the biggest thing with Klingberg is it will be his skating. Are the hips good? Physically, is he able to do what he needs to do? And so far, the skating looked fine, and I think that's a huge part of his game. If the skating's fine, the rest will come.
As we talked about on the pregame show, it's hard to get too excited about the Oilers and who's playing with who, that type of thing, because it often changes. But we did see Evan Bouchard with Darnell Nurse at one point, and I thought it looked okay.
Well, it did. I think the reason you have Ekholm with Klingberg is Ekholm is your best defensive defenseman. And we've seen how he has turned around Evan Bouchard's game. He's that safety valve you have. It's like, all right, whenever Ekholm's on the ice, you feel good about yourself. So you got a guy that hasn't played forever. He's a fellow Swede. It's probably easier for communication. He's learning a new system. So there's so many reasons to put those two together, and I think it will help Klingberg having Ekholm with him. And the way the Oilers play, and I mean, we see up front how they change their pairings all the time. I don't think it makes a difference for Nurse or Bouchard playing together. And yeah, they look fine. I mean, Evan just has to clean up a few things defensively. He turned it over in the neutral zone, created a 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Again, simplify. He's a much more effective player when he simplifies and doesn't force stuff.
Okay, Rob, thanks. We'll talk to you in the second intermission. We can tell you that the shots on goal 15-7 favored the Oilers. So does the score at 2-0. At the intermission is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Loyal to the oil, in Edmonton we trust. Rising to the top like a pizza crust. Got the flavors to play, yeah. Cooking on ice. Hunger happens, gotta score a slice. Let's go Oilers, E-Town unite. Ice District to Jasper, downtown to White. Wearing orange and blue, game on the stream. Make the right call, Pizza 73. Let's go Oilers. 737373, Pizza 73.
For years now, we've been warning Edmontonians on the hazards of our stormwater facilities. While they may appear to look like still ponds, there is moving water beneath the surface, which makes the ice dangerously... The unpredictability of stormwater facilities makes them treacherously unsafe for all winter activities, even walking. So think twice. Don't go on the ice. A safety message from EPCOR.
Blue-collar work deserves big-dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is hiring heavy equipment technicians, maintenance supervisors, PM servicemen, maintenance coordinators, and pretty much every other position that makes Alberta go. We help move the earth that makes Alberta grow. So why not work for a company that makes your bank account grow too? Visit heavymetalequipment.ca to find your new career. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
With Global News, I'm Thomas Dias. A decision on whether Canadian oil exports headed to the U.S. will face tariffs is expected soon from the White House. U.S. President Donald Trump said today he'll make a call depending on, quote, what the price is of the commodity. Meanwhile, Premier Daniel Smith is still trying to foster a kinder relationship between Canada and the U.S., this time calling for a joint NORAD base in northern Canada to bolster Arctic security. Alberta's government says a new childcare funding formula is being introduced in an effort to create a $15 a day flat rate for children kindergarten age or younger. In 2021, Alberta signed on to the federal government's $3.8 billion effort to bring average childcare fees in Canada down to $10 per day by 2026. And the Alberta government says a retired judge has been appointed to oversee a review of the province's police watchdog and Crown Prosecution Service. Former Appeal Court Justice Peter Martin is to examine current policies and practices with both ACERD and the Prosecution Service. This comes after recent decisions by the watchdog found officers had committed offenses, but criminal charges were not pursued. News on demand at 880 CHED.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $19.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
Experience a game day meal that's second to none. Fanfare with Skip is your all-star lineup of local restaurants this hockey season. Watch Jack Michaels give you the play-by-play on each restaurant's connection to the community and our team. Visit EdmontonOilers.com/skip to watch this month's episode with Amazing Walk Restaurant. Then open your Skip app and tap in an order with exclusive fan access to a deal each game day during the month.
It's somebody's day. Skip.
Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Did you know the RCMP polices over 99% of Alberta's landscape? From the oil sands to the Rockies to the prairies, the RCMP has a province covered. Providing policing services to more than 1,700 communities and with over 150 career specializations, the Alberta RCMP has something to fit everyone's goals and lifestyles. Visit rcmpcareers.ca and take the next step towards your career with the Alberta RCMP. A message from the Government of Canada.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $19.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Bryn Griffiths back at Rogers Place after one period of play. The Edmonton Oilers leading the Detroit Red Wings 2-0. Let's take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard. Brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. These games are still going on. They're midway through the third period in Philadelphia. Flyers trailing the visiting New York Islanders 2-0. After one period of play in Calgary, Flames trailing the visiting Anaheim Ducks 1-0. We've got two other late starts. We have in Vegas at 8 o'clock starting in a few minutes. The Golden Knights will be playing host to the Blue Jackets, and Seattle take on the Sharks in the Emerald City beginning at 8:30. Okay, final scores around the league. Boston losing to the Winnipeg Jets tonight in Beantown 6-2. It was the Los Angeles Kings getting blanked in Tampa 3-0. That's good news for the Oilers. Ovi gets another goal. How about that? Yep, he is now 18 away from tying Wayne Gretzky, 19 away from setting the new mark. Washington, though, losing to the Ottawa Senators in overtime 5-4. Carolina beat the Chicago Blackhawks 3-2. A crazy situation. Beautiful to see in Montreal tonight. The Montreal Canadiens were shut out 4-0 by the Minnesota Wild, but Marc-Andre Fleury picks up the shutout in his last ever appearance in Montreal, so that was quite something tonight. That's your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, your official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Second period is coming up next. At the intermission is brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At the intermission has been brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
When was the last time your electricity and natural gas provider made you feel like this? Low rates, no strings attached, year-round perks, and local energy experts who always have your back with Encore by Epcor. Find that carefree energy feeling at encore.epcor.com/carefree.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
Oil Country, the ultimate Oilers watch party happens all season long. Attend Molson Canadian Oilers game day live throughout the season for your chance to win 2025-26 Edmonton Oilers season seats. Be there for for the next Game Day Live Flight Night for your chance to win a trip for two to watch the Oilers play in Las Vegas. Join them February 4th at Central Social Hall, St. Albert. For the full event schedule and to RSVP to the ultimate Oilers watch party, visit OilersGameDayLive.com. Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're getting ready for the second period of play. 2-0 Oilers lead the Red Wings. And the Oilers 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's back with life-changing jackpots. Tonight's Feeding Oil Country 50-50 jackpot that's sitting at $565,000 and climbing. Our next lucky winner could be you. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/50-50. Draisaitl and Jeff Skinner, goal scorers for the Oilers in the first. We drop the puck. We're underway here in the second as Draisaitl's able to kick it back to the Edmonton blue line. Klingberg through the middle, just a little far for Arvidsson.
Wow.
And it's icing against Edmonton.
I tell you, Victor Arvidsson, I don't know what's going on with his skates, but he always seems to be off balance and he's falling. And there's a situation where even there he lost half a step because of the balance issue. And that's the difference in, Draisaitl's going head-to-head against Larkin, who's their best face-off man. That guy took 11 face-offs in the opening period, Cam. And won most of them.
Yeah, won most of them.
It's at 56%. Yeah. Leon just won 2 in a row against them.
Puck to the top of the circle, the Edmonton line, and now it goes to Podkolzin. He'll bring it into the Detroit zone. Tried to shoot it, couldn't get it through, goes to the end board. Podkolzin got hit by Sherratt. Puck rimmed. Goes off of Casper. It's along the left wing boards. Comes free to Arvidsson, now to Draisaitl. Knocked away from him by Sherratt. Try to rim it out. Can't get it by Klingberg. Come in from the right point. Now Seider around to Casper. He will get it out through the middle to Raymond. Into the Oilers zone. Comes in on the left wing. Drops it to Larkin, who's shot. And a save made by Skinner as Casper gets into it with Arvidsson as they go right to the Oiler net. The net gets knocked off as Arvidsson and Marco Casper were battling. Looks like they got it all figured out. 44 seconds into the second, 2-0 Oilers lead. They'll have to re-secure the net in behind Stuart Skinner, who had 39 saves in that 3-2 win versus Buffalo on Saturday afternoon.
Casper and Arvidsson did a good job face-washing each other there.
Calvin Pickard played Monday and got the win versus Seattle. All right, looks like they got the net all fixed up. McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Brown. They're on the ice. The puck gets to the slot area. McDavid had his stick lifted by Kopp. He was able to keep it in. Puck goes to the corner. Bouchard behind the net to Nurse. Around the right wing boards to Brown. Jams it off the right boards. Got it out. Skated upon by Bouchard. Across to Nugent Hopkins. Now to McDavid. He'll get to the middle. A backhand off the glove of Lyon. And the puck goes to the corner. Nurse along the left wing boards. Puck comes out to Brown. His shot off the stick of Tarasenko. And that hit the mesh as it went over the glass.
Nugent Hopkins really not very happy. He got dumped right at the side of the net, but Edmonton's already had 2 power plays in this game. Detroit hasn't had 1 on the zone entry. But that's an interference there. Vladimir Tarasenko, and he will knock you on your butt. He's a thick guy.
Yeah. Face off to the right of Lyon. We're a minute 14 into the second period. Oilers up 2-0 on Detroit. Henrique taking the draw. Puck goes to Jeff Skinner. Off the end of his stick. Berggren's able to get it out for Detroit. Skinner can dump it right back in. Gustafsson behind his net. Rims it off a skate and out. Kulak on his own blue line through the middle. Puck goes to Gustafsson and now to Soderblom. And Soderblom into the Oiler end. Right wing to Berggren. Into the corner to Rasmussen. Rasmussen back to the left wing point. Gustafsson shot. That's wide of the Edmonton goal. Hall kept it in to the right wing corner. Goes off of Soderblom. He'll try his shot, but it missed. And it goes to the left wing. Berggren on the end boards. It's Kulak poking it up the right wing, but Hall will keep it in. Give it to Veleno. Will bring it across the line and off the corner boards. Bounced it in behind the goal to Soderblom on the right wing.
He's a big man.
He's a monster. Now to Veleno. Out of the right wing corner. To the high slot to Sherrod. His shot. And that one blocked in front of the net by Emerson. He'll get it out. Pass on the left for Hyman. He got dumped down, though, by Seider. And a penalty coming up. Seider's going to go for the trip.
Wow, that's an ugly-looking play by Seider. I mean, did he lose his balance?
I don't know what happened there.
I mean, he basically
took out the legs of Hyman with his body.
Made it really easy on the officials, though.
Yep, he toe-picked.
Yeah.
You're right. That's right. It didn't make sense. But the Oilers will get a chance here with a man advantage. They're 1 for 2 on the power play in this game.
So Larkin's done a good job against Draisaitl on the D-zone draws for Detroit on the PK here.
Power play is brought to you by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Puck will go to Sherratt and we'll wrap it around the boards and down the ice.
I don't think Leon was very happy with that drop.
Out from behind the net is Bouchard, now through the middle. He'll drop it back to McDavid. Will come in on the left wing. Puck came free to Larkin, and he'll sail it all the way down.
Evan Bouchard had Leon Draisaitl breaking. Detroit was waiting for the drop and delay, and Draisaitl was free if he hits him.
McDavid into the Detroit zone. Fired across on the right wing to Draisaitl. Into the corner to McDavid, back to the point to Bouchard. Comes to the middle, across to Nugent-Hopkins on the left to Bouchard on the right. On the point, it's McDavid over to Bouchard. One-time shot, that's blocked by Johansson. It comes over to the right wing. Draisaitl now to McDavid. In the middle, over to Draisaitl. Holds onto it right wing. Cross ice to McDavid, has it on the left. Top of the circle, into the corner to Nugent-Hopkins. He's just going to walk out. Couldn't get the pass back to McDavid. That was picked off by Johansson. He'll get it out.
Never a bad thing to put it to the net. They've not got a shot on net yet on this power play.
There's 45 seconds remaining in it. 2-0 Oilers lead. 3:45 gone here in the second. McDavid gets it in over the line now to Nugent-Hopkins left wing. To the left wing point to Bouchard. Cross for Draisaitl. He's top of the circle. Into the corner to McDavid. Looks in front of the goal. Over to Bouchard. His shot kicked out by Lyon. It's in the slot and cleared out. And Stuart Skinner has to come out of his net.
That time he shot it.
Got all of it.
And created some collateral damage.
Nurse through the middle of center will snap it into the Detroit zone. Penalty over here in 12 seconds. Right wing corner, it's Matthias Ekholm. Up the right wing boards to Jeff Skinner, now to Nurse. Nurse on the right point to Ekholm. Left wing to Henrique to Ekholm. Fake the shot. Penalty over. Now his shot. Saved by Lyon. Puck goes in behind the net. Henrique to the right point. Nurse. His shot. Glove save. And Lyon's going to hold on to it. Be a face-off in the Detroit zone. Edmonton now 1 for 3 with a man advantage.
And Detroit will take that with the penalty killing they've had this year. And all I'm going to say to you is they got that big bomb there from Bouchard, but the problem was it took him 1:40 in.
Yeah. Bouchard put that shot in a good spot. Forced the goalie to make a save, and the rebound has nowhere to go but the slot, and that's where it went. Face off to the left of Lyon. Johansson in behind his net for Detroit. Up the right wing. It gets to the blue line. Kept in by Philp. Now through the middle of the ice is Kopp. To Tarasenko, back to Kopp, into the Oiler end, cross ice pass that was picked out of the air by Janmark. Give it to Philp, he'll come up the left wing, and it's Philp to center. Now Philp into the Detroit zone, goes to the left wing corner, stops in that left corner. Pass into the slot to Emberson across, the one-time shot, and it's saved by Lyon as Janmark drilled it on goal.
Excellent work there from Noah Philp. Creates a scoring opportunity.
Mark shot into the Oiler end. Sent out by Kulak. Raymond got it back in. The Oilers will get it out, and it's Hyman down the left side. Now in over the Detroit blue line. Poked away from him, but the Oilers keep it in. Left wing corner, it goes to Zach Hyman. He's top of the circle, up to the blue line. to the right wing point. Klingberg with a shot, and it's gloved by Lyon. He'll hold on. 5:38 gone in the second. 2-0 Oilers lead. Oilers at home Saturday, 5 o'clock against Toronto, then head out onto the road, go into St. Louis and Chicago next
Elliot
week.
Friedman reporting Philadelphia and Calgary discussing a deal. It could be a big deal. I wonder if it's for Farabee. Oh. Andrei Kuzmenko held out of the Flames lineup. Jacob Pelche is part of the deal.
Wow. Sider off the right wing boards, got it out. McDavid at center ice. Now to Connor Brown, back into the Oiler end to Ekholm. Cross to Klingberg. Back to Ekholm. Center ice, he's able to shoot it in. Rims on the right. Raymond able to get it off the boards, off the glass, and out. Ekholm swept it up to Nugent Hopkins, now to McDavid. Lost it at the Red Wing blue line, and Raymond comes the other way. He'll shoot it in off the end glass. On the right wing, it's Raymond to the right wing corner, goes behind the Edmonton net. On the left, back to the blue line to Sider. Sider, left wing to Raymond, he'll shoot it, and that goes wide of the Edmonton goal. Soderblom in the right wing corner. Lost it to Ekholm. He's able to get it to the line, but that was kept in by Berggren. Couldn't get it low. It hit his stick. It'll go to the right point. Johansson scoop it around the boards. It gets to the left wing corner in the Edmonton zone. McDavid up the boards to Brown. He did get it out. Up to center ice to Nugent Hopkins. Can shoot it into Detroit territory.
And I'm just doing math on that Philly-Calgary thing. If it is Kuzmenko, it's got to be somebody in the fives going back for Philly.
Pass through the middle of the ice. Rasmussen into the Oiler end. 2-0 Oilers, who played just over 7 minutes here in the second. And a pass through the middle, and it gets picked off by Draisaitl. He'll come flying out. In over the Detroit line. Drops it to Arvidsson. His shot! That save made by Lyon. He squeezes it up against his body, and he'll hold on. We're going to take a break. 7:12 gone here in the second. 2-0 Oilers lead the Red Wings. From Rogers Place's Ford dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Believing in yourself takes confidence. At Portage College, 93% of grads say their education gave them the skills and knowledge they needed for their careers. That's the kind of confidence that leads to great results. Learn more at portagecollege.ca.
When it comes to your new home, nothing should stop you from getting exactly what you want. Coventry Homes puts your needs front and center. They won't deke past your questions about customization, and making changes won't get you sent to the penalty box. With their customizable designs and flexible options, your game-changing home is within reach. Score big with flexibility. By Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
Hey folks, Paul Brandt here. I love being an Albertan, and I love Ford trucks. And I know that like hard-working Albertans across this great province, there's a Ford truck for everyone. Like Super Duty. It's what I like to call a workhorse. A truck built for heavy-duty performance and getting the job done. Now that's a truck to live and work by. So whatever you're working on, you'll know that the 2024 Ford Super Duty's got the goods. Get yours today at your Alberta Ford dealer. Just tell them PB sent you.
Portage College graduates are incredibly employable. How does Portage know? 99% of employers surveyed said they would hire a Portage grad. Get career ready at Portage College. Learn more by visiting portagecollege.ca.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. 2-0 Oilers lead. 7:12 gone in the second. Boston Pizza's Oiler for a Day program is back. Head to your local Boston Pizza. Purchase a kid's meal for their chance to become an honorary Edmonton Oiler. Visit edmontonoilers.com/Oiler for a Day for full details. Face off to the left of Alex Lyon. Johansson to the left wing corner for the Red Wings. High in the air, gets it out. Bouncing puck rolling into the Oiler end down the left wing. It's Kopp from the angle. His centering pass broken up by Draisaitl. Through the middle to Bouchard. Now into the Detroit zone. To the left wing corner it goes. Podkolzin in behind the net, but Edvinsson got it free to Kopp. They'll go across ice to Tarasenko. He'll shoot it in off the left corner boards. Nurse Around the left wing to Podkolzin, to Arvidsson, and his pass went right to Kopp. Then he lost it to Podkolzin. He'll give it to Draisaitl. In over the Detroit line to Arvidsson. Shot off the stick of Edvinsson. It goes out of play.
Arvidsson, Leon has set up lots of looks for Arvidsson and Podkolzin in this game. And unfortunately, they haven't been able to finish. Lots of chances off the rush again. Sounds like a Philly-Calgary deal of some sort. Elliot Friedman reporting. The belief is it's Kuzmenko and Pelche going from Calgary to Philly. Mark Spector pointing out to me, must have been listening to us in the elevator, that Morgan Frost apparently was held out of the third period. He's been much rumored. Okay. The other guy is Joel Farabee, who had a real good year a couple of years ago. Was permanently, seemingly always in Chateau Bow Wow for John Tortorella.
Fisher up the right wing for the Red Wings. He'll shoot it in. 2-0 Oiler leader here in the second. Puck along the end boards in the Edmonton zone. We're 8:15 into this second period. Emberson trying to get it loose. Instead, it goes to the point. Sherratt across the line to Seider. Seider on the right wing. A snapshot doesn't get through. Shine has it right wing corner for Detroit. Went off his stick to Jeff Skinner. He hit Shine with it. They both go into the corner. Shine knocks down Skinner, who gets back up. Shine's stick snapped in half. And up the left wing, coming out for Edmonton, is Brent Kulak. It's Kulak into the Detroit zone. To the left wing corner, now in behind the net. A centering pass. That gets blocked. It goes over to the right side. As it comes through the middle, brought out through center ice, and it was Raymond down the left wing. His shot misses the Edmonton net. And Hyman able to clear it. Puck in the neutral zone. Nugent Hopkins to his own blue line for Ekholm. Now over to Kulak. Back to Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm up the right wing. Now it gets to Nugent Hopkins. Comes into the Detroit end, top of the circle. Out to the right corner. Edmondson up the boards for Casper. Cleared it out. Ekholm turns it in front of the Edmonton net, saucers it up to McDavid. One touches to Nugent Hopkins, now to McDavid, into the Detroit end. Right wing, Klingberg, cross ice to McDavid, into the slot for Brown. His shot, saved by Lyon, and the rebound knocked him behind the net. Up the right wing, Soderblom, and to drop it back for Edvinsson. Edvinsson stops, left wing to Soderblom, off the boards and out. Now Soderblom into the Oiler end to Berggren on the right wing. His shot scores! I think Rasmussen got his stick on it right in front of the Edmonton net. It changed direction, and Detroit cuts the Edmonton lead to 2-1.
Well, the Oilers have had multiple opportunities since being up 2-0 in this game to add to their lead, but the chances have gone to players like Arvidsson and Brown, and those guys aren't exactly lighting it up of late. And a long-range bomber, a little bit of a deflection there on Stuart Skinner.
Rasmussen picked it out of the air at 9:59 of the second period. And Michael Rasmussen will get his 8th of the season. And Detroit gets on the board. 2-1 Oiler lead. Tarasenko in his own end to Gustafsson up the left wing, give it to DeBrincat, now to Kopp. Kopp will dump it to the right wing corner. Bouchard to Perry, pushes it to the middle to Phil. Now to Janmark, in over the line, gave it to Nurse. It'll come across to Perry. His shot high and wide from the angle. Rims around, and Alex DeBrincat will just get it out. Bouchard with it at center ice. Makes his way in over the line. Gives it to Janmark. His shot, and that's blocked by Gustafsson. DeBrincat will get it out up the right wing to Raymond. He might have a line to the net. He'll come in. The shot. Pad save made by Skinner. Off of Raymond, and the puck at the side of the Edmonton goal. It goes to the right wing corner. Bouchard poked it behind the net. Raymond out on the right wing to Seider. His shot, and his stick saved by Skinner. Sherratt to Larkin. His shot deflects, and it goes over the glass and out of play. 2-1 Oilers lead. 8:56 to go in the second. We're going to take a break from Rogers Place. This is Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Do you have tickets to an upcoming event at Rogers Place that you can't attend? Donate your tickets to the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation Seats for Kids program, presented by Eagle Builders. Seats for Kids provides unused game tickets for charities, allowing children and families to enjoy hockey at Rogers Place. And for many, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To be a part of the Seats for Kids program presented by Eagle Builders, please email edmonton@kidsupfront.com. That's edmonton@kidsupfront.com.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50, presented by Rogers, is back and bigger than ever. The largest 50-50 in sports offers early bird draws, bonus raffles, and a main jackpot, which is growing by the second. With over $100 million invested across oil country, your support directly helps kids, families, and communities in need. Maybe you'll be our next winner. Get your tickets right now at edmontonoilers.com and help make oil country a better place.
AGLC license number 696879.
Proudly headquartered in oil country, Capital Power is delivering reliable and affordable power today while building clean power systems for tomorrow, creating the balanced energy solutions communities across Alberta and North America can depend on. Visit capitalpower.com to learn how they are powering change by changing power. Be part of their energy and join Capital Power as we all cheer on our Edmonton Oilers on their quest to win it all.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
A 2-1 Edmonton Oiler lead with 8:56 to go in the second period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place as the Oilers host the Detroit Red Wings. Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner. Michael Rasmussen scoring in the second period here for Detroit. Berggren and Soderblom had the assists. And it's got Detroit right back into it. Face off to the right of Skinner. Puck to the top of the circle. Kulak up the left wing, now to Podkolzin. Will shoot it off a shin pad. Turning it the other way is Casper down the left wing. Goes into the left wing corner with Ty Emberson. They go to the end boards. Arvidsson up against those boards with Larkin as well. But Emberson gets the puck. Across to Kulak. Up the left wing now to Podkolzin. Podkolzin to Draisaitl into the Detroit end. Left wing corner to Podkolzin. Around to Arvidsson to the right wing point. Emberson into the slot looking for a redirect. And Oilers couldn't get a stick on it. Bank pass down the right wing. Larkin in over the Oiler line to the net. Scores! Dylan Larkin got sprung down the right wing. Goes 5-hole on Skinner. And this game's tied at 2.
The Oilers' depth forwards in this game are not making plays. Way too many situations where there's opportunities to make stuff happen off the rush, and they're not getting pucks deep, and it's lent itself to 2 transition goals for Detroit. Both times Edmonton had the puck. Both times they didn't force Detroit's D to turn and work.
Larkin gets his 22nd, 11:47 time of the goal. Tied up at 2.
Total control of this game.
Skinner will get the puck into the zone. It goes off of Hyman to the right corner. Inside that Detroit end as Hyman battles. Goes in behind the net. Over to the right. Johansson lifted up. Couldn't get it out. Jeff Skinner keeps it in. To the right point for Klingberg. Put it to the corner. Edvinsson to Kopp. Off the boards, just out. Klingberg goes across at center to Hyman. Back to Klingberg.
This should be a 4-1 game for Edmonton, and instead it's 2-2.
It's dumped in. Edvinsson will go in behind his goal for Detroit. Off the boards, past Berggren, it comes out.
Same thing happened last year, Cam. Oilers jumped out early at home here and then woke up in the third period after almost blowing the game.
Dumped in, it rims inside that Detroit zone. McDavid on the right wing boards, goes to the right corner. McDavid now in behind the net, to the left. McDavid to the slot, to Bouchard, makes a move. He'll go to the net, his backhand pad saved by Lyon, and he covers it up. As Bouchard came in from the point, and Alex Lyon got it with the right pad and then covered it. 6:59 to go here in the second period. Tied at 2, Oilers and Red Wings. McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Brown will stay out there with Nurse and Bouchard. Puck gets rimmed, and it's Nugent Hopkins knocking it down. It gets to Brown off his stick. Following up is Bouchard, but it is poked out by Soderblom. McDavid with it at the blue line. Down the left wing to Brown. Drives into the Detroit zone. It's poked off his stick. Sherratt tried to get it out. Up the right wing, it goes to Berggren. Berggren to the Edmonton blue line. Now to Rasmussen. His pass in front. That went off of Bouchard. Steered aside by Skinner. And Nurse will come up the right wing. We'll get to center ice and dump it in. Sherratt on the end boards. Hit hard by Nurse. Puck goes to Rasmussen. He'll take another hit from Nurse. Rasmussen, second chance, will clear it out. Janmark winds it up out of the Edmonton zone through the middle. It's Janmark at the blue line. On the right, gives it to Perry towards the net off the pad of Lyon. On the left wing point, kept in. Janmark, there's a glove pass from Kulak to Janmark. So we get the whistle with 5:55 to go here in the second period. We'll take a break. Oilers and Red Wings tied at 2 from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Stollery Children's Hospital Foundation Mighty Millions Lottery is here and mightier than ever. Win the $2.7 million grand prize, a luxury Burkholz show home, plus $100,000. The Cadillac and Cayman Islands early bird prize, the Oilers and $75 grand bonus prize, includes lower bowl season tickets for next season, and the Porsche Cayenne VIP prize or $125 grand. Don't wait. Last year's lottery sold out. Be mighty and support Stollery Kids. MightyMillionsLottery.com.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know what I'm a fan of? Alberta. The wide open spaces, the highways and byways, and a rugged, beautiful terrain that I'm proud to call home. Maybe that's why I'm also a fan of my Ford F-150. It's tough, capable, and smart, which makes it a natural fit for roads like these. So if it's a new truck you're looking for, look no further than the truck Albertans love to drive, F-150. Head into your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
Rogers is Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Tide tie things up in Tofield. Unbelievable! Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even watch Stewart steal the show while you're in Sedalia. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, proud partner and fan of your Edmonton Oilers.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Tied at 2, Oilers and Red Wings, 5:55 to go in the second period. Face-off will be outside the Detroit blue line. Draisaitl and Jeff Skinner scoring for Edmonton in the first. Rasmussen and Larkin scoring for Detroit here in the second. Puck dumped into the Detroit zone. Along the left wing boards was Podkolzin. It's rimmed on the right, and DeBrincat's going to get it out. Ekholm back for it. Tarasenko on him. Tarasenko playing in his 800th NHL game here tonight. The puck in the corner. It's DeBrincat centering pass that gets blocked, and he gets tripped by Ekholm. And the Oilers are going to be shorthanded. Ekholm's going to go to the box for the trip.
Well, listen, even game now, and Edmonton has had 3 power plays and didn't finish on their second and third ones where they would have had total separation in this game. So a wonderful opportunity for Detroit. The Oilers have been a great second period team all year. But the Oilers have had poor puck maintenance at the opposition blue line. It's lent itself to 2 transition goals. That's a penalty against Ekholm. Yeah. Sorry, it is.
Face off to the right of Skinner. Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
And it's going to be Kulak and Nurse to start the PK because Ekholm's in the box.
Puck goes to the blue line. Casper to Seider to Casper. It's shot, and that goes just wide of the Edmonton net. Nurse on the end boards, hard around the glass, past Seider and down the ice.
That shot had Stuart Skinner beat. I think it surprised him.
Seider coming out of his own end through the middle, wants to drop it back, and he does to Dylan Larkin. Larkin to the Edmonton blue line. Then it's swatted out of the air by Henrique, but it's kept in. DeBrincat has it left wing into the corner to Larkin. Around the boards on the right. Casper has it right wing to the point for Seider. Now to Larkin. Across. The shot by DeBrincat, and it was blocked by Kulak. Puck to the blue line. Seider on the right to Casper. Now it's sent in front of the net, and that is broken up by Nugent Hopkins, and he's going to bring it out. Nugent Hopkins into the Detroit zone. Couldn't get a shot past Seider, went off his leg, goes in behind the goal. Oilers can make changes as Raymond comes out for Detroit.
Detroit really throwing the puck around. Good job by Bouchard. A rare penalty killing chip for him, and he roofed that baby out of there.
Breaks things up as Gustafsson will turn it up for Detroit. 45 seconds to go in the penalty to Ekholm. We're tied at 2 here in the second period. Puck brought in on the right wing by Kopp. Goes to the right wing corner. Tarasenko to assist as it's on the inboards. It goes in behind the net. And Matthias Janmark to the corner, off the right wing boards and out. Gustafsson to Tarasenko. Cross ice pass hit the stick of Janmark, and that launches into the crowd. I'll say that was just inside the Edmonton blue line, so the face-off will be to the right of Stuart Skinner.
We're now hearing multiple pieces in this trade involving Calgary and Philadelphia. And again, just because of the math on the Kuzmenko deal, he's in the 5s. And Pelche, who's a agitating player, not necessarily well liked by everybody around the league. It's in your face. I'm a little surprised they're trading him, frankly. They must be getting a pretty good player back, Flames.
Puck goes back to the point. Casper can walk in. His shot off the arm of Skinner and out of play. Marco Casper able to walk in from the point and got a good shot away, and Stuart Skinner with his arm got it and went out.
I know that, sorry Cam, I know the Oilers got a power play goal in this game, but I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Detroit. They're moving it quick. Edmonton's been too deliberate, and Casper can shoot the pill.
Well, their power play is over 37% since Todd McClellan has come in.
And they don't have Patrick King, and he's pretty good, as you would recall. Look out, open.
Here's Casper on the point on the right wing to Larkin. His one-timer goes off a Nurse, and the puck in the right corner. Larkin centering pass broken up by Kulak. He'll get it down the ice. The penalty is about to expire. Detroit will be 0 for 1 with a man advantage. We're tied at 2. 3.5 to go here in the second period. Larkin flying through the middle. Shoots it in off the stick of Stuart Skinner, and he deflected it out of play. There'll be a face-off inside the Oilers zone. Tied at 2 here in the second period. Oilers able to kill that penalty off.
And for the first time all game, McDavid and Draisaitl, albeit they're going to be out with Corey Perry, not Zach Hyman. That leads me to believe that Henrique, Hyman, and Skinner are going to be the next line.
Puck gets into skates. Perry got it to the line where Seider kept it in for Detroit. The right wing, Tarasenko got it in behind the Edmonton net, but there's McDavid up the right wing board. Seider keeps it in again. Draisaitl's got to come back for it. Klingberg, he takes a hit from Kopp. Klingberg knocked down. He's trying to get back up. It goes in behind the net, just past Berggren, over to Seider on the left wing. Into the left wing corner it goes. Ekholm. And it hit Berggren up near the blue line where Perry throws it all the way across. Stepping up. Klingberg through the middle. Oh, he just about gave it to Perry. That goes off a stick and into to Detroit territory. Stolen by McDavid. Out to Draisaitl off the bar. And the puck in the right wing corner. McDavid out of the right corner up to the point. Now down the boards to the corner. Across ice. And that one doesn't get through. It gets over to the left wing. To the point to Nurse. To Bouchard. Right corner. Seider's trying to knock it down, but it's Draisaitl to the blue line to Evan Bouchard. Right wing to McDavid. Gave it to Draisaitl. Oh, he wanted to get it back to Bouchard. It hit a Detroit stick. It comes out.
You might want to play those when your team's flat. You might want to play those guys again. I know everybody's like, why do they have to play them together?
Under 2 to go in the second. Tied at 2, the Oilers and the Red Wings. It's Nurse to center. Snap the puck into the Detroit zone. It goes to the right wing corner. Jeff Skinner off the right wing boards. It gets to the middle of the ice. The puck is cleared out. Soderblom to Berggren. Berggren into the Oiler end. He'll walk right in. His shot. No, that one drilled Rasmussen in front of the net. Skinner can get it out to Phil. Now to Skinner. Into the Detroit zone. Stops on the left wing. Jeff Skinner in the left wing corner from the angle, and he hit. Just Alex Lyon up high. From the right wing, the shot by Philp off the glove of Lyon. Puck in the left corner, it's Hyman to the win behind the goal. Over to the right wing. Pokes it to the point. Kulak, his shot. And that one drilled Edmondson in front of the net. Johansson will get it up the right wing for Soderblom. Lost it to Kulak. Now Henrique to Hyman, down the left wing, towards the net, drives it on goal, and Lyon keeps it out. Loose puck, it's in the crease. And finally the whistle with 51 seconds to go here in the second, and this game tied at 2.
Well, that was some net drive there by Zach Hyman. Looked like you like call out with Jalen Hurts. The Eagles run. The tush push.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Bush push, which was Reggie Bush pushing Matt Leinart against Notre Dame back in, that would have been 05. Of course, when you're playing Kansas City and you're Buffalo and you do that with quarterback Josh Allen, you don't get the call.
No, that's right. Face off to the right of Lyon. 51 seconds left here in the second. It's tied at 2. Oilers and Red Wings. Siders in the right wing corner. Up off the glass and out to Casper. Now to Larkin, his shot saved by Skinner. The rebound. Skinner kept that out too. The puck up the left wing. Todd Colson trying to clear it. Doesn't know where to go. Has to give it to Klingberg. Go behind the Edmonton net. Now to Nurse left corner. 30 seconds to go here in the second. The right wing to Arvidsson. To drill it in off the end glass. Goes to the left wing. Podkolzin puts pressure on Sider. It's in behind the net now to Sherratt. Up the left wing to Casper. He'll get it out for Larkin, and Raymond is way offside.
Just a bit offside.
Wow. He's about 10 feet offside. 14 seconds to go here in the second period.
Well, the only way that anybody gets away with offsides like that is if they're Matt Duchene.
Right.
I mean, it's going to happen once every 40 years.
Sure.
Like I mean, it happens.
So Draisaitl taking the draw just outside the Edmonton blue line. Puck goes to Sider, over to Sherratt, hammers it in on net. Skinner stopped it. He didn't know where it was. It was at the side of the goal. Puck rimmed. It's kept in. Sherratt down the left side is shot. And a pad save made by Skinner. Sherratt centers it. Big save by Skinner right before the buzzer off a Kopp who was in front of the net.
Well, Edmonton can't play much worse than they did in the final 15 minutes of that period. But the good news for the Oilers is they're tied at 2 after 2, and it appears as though they're going to go to McDavid and Draisaitl a little bit more in the third period. That was a Red Wings period. They ended up both teams with 13 shots on goal, but they had the better opportunities. Edmonton egregious defensively, and it started with poor puck play at the opposition blue line. So some work to do here in the third for the Oilers.
We are through 40 minutes here at Rogers Place. The Edmonton Oilers had 2 goals in the first period. Leon Draisaitl and Jeff Skinner. And then Detroit, they battle back in the second. Michael Rasmussen and Dylan Larkin tying things up as the Oilers and the Red Wings knotted at 2 through 40. Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, they got the intermission when we come back from Rogers Place in downtown Edmonton. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
A bedtime story by Zachary Martin Hyman.
The hockey game's over. The Zamboni sleeps soon. I lay down in comfort. Legacy heating my room. Good night to you, furnace, with your hot blower running. Good night to you, air vents, keeping the warm air coming. Good night to my payments that I won't see for 1 year. Good night to my legacy. Bedtime is near.
Warm winter nights. That's how you soothe your legacy. Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Gave it to Perry. That goes off a stick and into the Detroit territory. Stolen by McDavid. Out to Draisaitl off the bar. And the puck in the right wing corner. McDavid out of the right corner up to the point.
And there you go, Leon Draisaitl looking to pick up goal number 37 off the goalpost. What can I tell you? That's our highlight zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and right next door to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winter Zone. Welcome to the second intermission. And after 40 minutes of play, well, look at that. We're all tied at 2 between the Red Wings and the Edmonton Oilers. Bryn Griffiths and Rob Brown back here at Rogers Place. That's generally the Oilers' best period, but that wasn't the best period at all.
It wasn't. They came out and started the period pretty good. They had a couple chances on net, but the same thing that we talked about the last 2 games, and then again in the first period, loose defensively. Even when the shots were, at one point, I think it was 29-15 in favor of the Oilers, they were giving up breakaways. So they're carrying the play. They got more control in the offensive zone, but the chances they're giving up are grade A's. They give up 3 breakaways to the Buffalo Sabres, and they've given up 2 breakaways already in tonight's game, and they were one shift apart.
Right.
I mean, let's think last time you can remember Connor having a breakaway or Leon having a breakaway. It doesn't happen a lot in the National Hockey League, and the Oilers have given up 5 in the last 5 periods of hockey. That's where the Oilers were loose, and Detroit team was able to hang around. The Oilers weren't able to get that goal to extend the lead to 3. They had a couple power plays to do it. They weren't able to put the power play goal in, and the Red Wings just hanging around. They are a good hockey club as of late. They've got some players that can scare you, and they just continued to press. And as the game went on, they got some confidence with the 2-1 goal.
Right.
And then after that, they were the better team. Now, the Oilers did get chances. Leon had a great look, hits the post. Hyman drives the net. Wonderful chance. Alex Lyon makes a nice save on that one. But it's the chances against that the Oilers have given up in the last couple of games are what keeping teams around and hanging into these hockey games.
We all know Dylan Larkin can play the game at a high speed, but we don't see these guys enough to really see it in person. Man, he can wheel.
Oh, Dylan Larkin's an excellent hockey player. He is a star in this league. You get a step, he's going to beat you. And it's funny, the first breakaway that Lucas Raymond had, he was beating Corey Perry. Corey Perry got stuck as the high guy. That's a foot race he will never win. And Raymond went around him. Skinner makes a really good save. The one where Larkin got the breakaway, he was even with the Oiler players and extended because he is that fast. You just can't give up breakaways like that. And the other goal, I mean, there is a lot of advantages to being 6'6".
Yes.
You can change light bulbs easier in the ceiling than any of my friends can. But another thing is on the Rasmussen goal, he's 6'6". He's on one side of his net. The puck's going wide on the far side of the net. He gets his stick all the way across, changes direction. That puck was going to miss the net. Rasmussen gets, he has nice hands, deflects it, brings it back towards the net, and all of a sudden that gave the Red Wings life, and then from then on they were the better team.
Okay, so what do you figure happened here? Was it the Oilers sitting back a little bit? Was it Detroit actually finding their legs a little bit there in that second period? What do you figure?
I don't think the Oilers were sitting back. I just think the Oilers were loose defensively.
Okay.
They're allowing players to sneak in behind you. When you're carrying the play, and the Oilers were for large stretches, you start getting, it's almost like there's a magnet with your eyes and in your body, and it's pulling you closer and closer to the offensive net. And if there's a turnover, you've got to be prepared to get back in defensive positioning. But the Oilers got caught. They just got caught watching the puck because they're carrying the play offensively. And when there's that turnover, they're not in good defensive mode. And the Red Wings, they attacked that. The Buffalo Sabres last game, they attacked that. When you play teams with speed, That's the one thing that you got to fear is them. Once there's a turnover or change of possession, it goes immediately north, and that's what Detroit did in that period. As soon as they turned the puck over, they were down low in their own zone. Boom! It's going far end, and they're trying to spring players, and they did. They caught the Oilers napping. Its game so far, Detroit's had 7 or 8 odd man breaks. You just can't do that. Detroit's too good a team. They got some players on this team that can put the puck in the net. The Oilers have been a little, as I said, loose defensively, and it's cost them so far in this first 40 minutes.
Both teams with 13 shots on goal, but through 40 minutes of play, the Oilers with a 28-20 advantage. I'm not really sure whether or not Alex Leon is going to get enough credit. I thought he made some big saves at the right times in the second period.
Both goaltenders have played well in this game because the Oilers have had 28 shots in 2 periods. That's a very good total. Skinner's only had 20 against, but the chances that the Oilers are giving up are grade A looks. So both goalies have been very good in this hockey game. Alex Leon got a little bit of luck as Leon Draisaitl.
Yes.
He just got handcuffed just a smidge, and he wasn't able to put it into the open net. He hits the post. But to me, the big save, and it was a really nice one that probably won't get enough credit, was Zach Hyman driving the net. And Alex Leon kept it out. And then there was this big jam play where all the Oilers are pushing at it, and he just used leg strength and kept his pad in front of the goal line and didn't allow the puck to sneak by him. So both goalies have been good. Both teams at times have been guilty of, poor defensive decisions. And so far in this hockey game, it's... we're deadlocked here going into the third. The Oilers penalty killing unit did its job. The Oilers power play unit so far has done its job. It'll be interesting in the third period to see if either team gets a power play. If that is the difference in the final 20.
Okay, so speaking of the final 20, what do you figure here? Obviously, the Oilers can be patient. They're a patient team. They're a veteran team, that type of thing. Do you try to make something happen, or do you just wait it out?
Well, I don't think you don't wait it out. You play your style, and the Oilers' style is aggressive. They're a good forechecking team. They're very good at transitioning from defense to offense. You see Kulak or Nurse or Bouchard, Ekholm jumping up into the play as much as they can. The Oilers, when they have the puck, they don't have to change a whole lot. They just have to make sure that when there's a loss of possession, they're in good defensive positioning. To me, this game has been turned around because the Oilers have made some mistakes, been caught out of position defensively. So both teams have got guys that are capable of putting the puck in the back of the net. So far in this last couple games, and Chris Knobloch said it, so it's not just us up here, the Oilers have played just good enough to win.
Right.
Well, the Detroit Red Wings are better than Buffalo. The Detroit Red Wings are better than the Seattle Kraken. So the Oilers have to be more than just good enough. I think the Oilers need their best period of the game and possibly their best period of the last 2.5 games here in the third against the Detroit game.
Okay, Rob, thanks. We'll talk to you in the post-game show. Appreciate it. We'll take a break. It is 2-2 after 2 between the Oilers and the Red Wings. Yeah, so settle in, get ready. At the Intermission is brought to you by In the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oilers fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
Athletes know that to advance your career, you've got to be part of a winning team. So, what about you? Are you working for a winning team? Well, here's your chance to do just that. Brandt is a strong and stable industry leader with career opportunities across Canada. We have hundreds of positions available right now, from parts, sales, positioning technology, heavy-duty mechanics, and more. Be a part of a winning team. Earn your stripes by joining Brandt today. Find out more at BrandtJobs.com.
It's game on at City Ford.
With an all-star lineup of 2024 Ford favorites, save up to $5,000 on Escapes.
Up to $9,000 on Bronco Sports.
And up to $19,000 on F-150s.
Plus, take advantage of 0% financing options available on select models.
Spin the wheel and win an iPad, Oilers merch, Costco card, even a trip to Vegas.
Visit City Ford on the St. Albert Trail.
With Global News, I'm Thomas Dias. Search and rescue crews continue to pull bodies out of the Potomac River after a U.S. Army helicopter collided mid-air with an American Airlines passenger jet last night as it was on final approach to the Reagan-Washington National Airport. An early report from the FAA says air traffic control tower staffing at the time was, quote, not normal. Just 5 candidates remain in the federal Liberal leadership race after Nova Scotia MP Jamie Baptiste dropped out. In a statement today, the Sydney Victoria representative said the best way to advance the issues he cares about is to support former central banker Mark Carney's campaign. Carney, Krista Freeland, Karina Gould, and former MPs Frank Baylis and Ruby Dalla are the 5 left in the race to replace Justin Trudeau. And remember the 2 NASA astronauts stuck on the International Space Station? Well, they're still there, but at least it comes with a major perk. Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore took their first spacewalk together to perform maintenance work almost 8 months after their capsule returned to Earth empty due to flight concerns. News on demand at 880CHED.
Oil Country, you never miss an Oilers game. Join your fellow fans at Molson Canadian Oil Country headquarter locations every game day. Visit oilcountryhq.com to find out where you can enjoy the game next with a pint of Molson Canadian, the official beer sponsor of the Edmonton Oilers.
Real Canadian Superstore has more ways to save than any other major grocer. Check out their weekly flyer for PC Optimum offers, deals on club size, no name, and always low-priced everyday items. Visit in-store to find everything from fashion and home decor to toys and electronics. And don't forget their new Fresh Promise on produce. If your produce isn't fresh, they'll replace it and refund it. There are so many ways to save at Real Canadian Superstore. See their flyer for details.
MIC is a leader in medical imaging and the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers. Make MIC your choice. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, the game doesn't stop for injury. MIC's sports medicine imaging specialists can help you get back in the game with a timely and expert diagnosis. Go where the pros go. For a location near you, visit mic.ca. Oil Country, you never miss an Oilers game. Join your fellow fans at Molson Canadian Oil Country headquarter locations every game day. Visit oilcountryhq.com to find out where you can enjoy the game next with a pint of Molson Canadian, the official beer sponsor of the Edmonton Oilers.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Bryn Griffiths back at Rogers Place after 40 minutes of play. We're all tied up at 2 between the Detroit Red Wings and the Edmonton Oilers. Let's take a look at the NHL out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. These are final scores. We had Philadelphia on home ice getting blanked by the New York Islanders 3-0. Something going on with the Flyers and the Flames. We were hearing there might be a potential trade. This is from Elliot Friedman. We'll be watching that one carefully. Other final score, Carolina at home, edging by the Chicago Blackhawks 3-2. Went to overtime. Shabbat with the winner for the Ottawa Senators, but Ovi scored. He's now 18 away from tying Wayne Gretzky, 19 to set the all-time goal-scoring mark. Elsewhere, good news for the Oilers. Tampa Bay Lightning blanking the LA Kings 3-0. Winnipeg Jets were 6-2 winners in Boston tonight. There's other games going on right now as we speak. They're 5 minutes into the first period with the Kraken with a 1-0 lead at home against the Sharks. After 20 in Vegas, the Golden Knights and the Columbus Blue Jackets are tied at 1, and the Calgary Flames are still playing. That's probably why, if there's a deal, we're not hearing about it yet. Flames with a 2-1 lead on the Anaheim Ducks after 2 periods of play. And we can tell you, just taking a look at the Oilers farm team situation in Bakersfield, their next matchup is on Saturday at 8 o'clock our time. Toronto Marlies will be in Bakersfield to take on the Condors, while the Edmonton Oil Kings will play the Calgary Hitmen tomorrow night right here at Rogers Place. They'll get that one going at 7 o'clock. The out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Hang in there. Third period is coming up next. At the intermission is brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. At
The intermission has been brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Calling all hockey parents. Ford of Canada and the Edmonton Oilers want to know how your child's minor hockey team gives back to the community. For a chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime experience with 4 drills and skills to train like a pro at Rogers Place. Open to minor hockey teams with players between the ages of 7 to 13 in Edmonton and area. Register your child's minor hockey team today at FordDrillsAndSkills.ca. Registration closes January 31st.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuss shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
From your home to the ice rink, ATCO Energy is there. As the official energy provider of Rogers Place, we're also proud partners of the Edmonton Oilers. ATCO Energy, powering your place. Customers are free to purchase natural gas services or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822. All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Oilers and Red Wings tied at 2. Third period on the horizon. Oilers are 5-2-0 when tied after 2 periods. Detroit 3-2-2. Oilers with a 2-0 lead after the first. Detroit battles back in the second to get it at even terms. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home no payments, no interest for 1 year. We're underway here in the third period. Puck at the Edmonton blue line. Larkin down the left wing, pulls to the middle. The shot, pad save made by Stuart Skinner. And Draisaitl up the left side to center ice. He went to dump it in, hit a stick. It goes out of play as Detroit gets a good opportunity early here in the third period.
Edmonton, too many times their forwards. Oh, somebody threw an octopus on the ice. I know one thing, it's not nachos.
No, not this time.
Now that's something I don't think you want to combine in the same dish. Calamari and I mean, you can put out pretty much everything on nachos.
Yeah. And calamari is lovely.
By itself.
By itself.
Assuming there's tzatziki sauce, which I know you would not have any.
What, I would.
No, you wouldn't. You're like 3% body fat. There's no way.
I would have a small sampling. How about that? Small sampling.
Copious amounts of alcohol, but a small sampling.
I'm not confirming or denying.
I resemble that remark.
All right, we're 18 seconds into the third. Oilers, Red Wings are tied at 2.
By the way, we're getting more deets on this trade. Get to that in a second.
Okay. We'll wait for the next whistle. Sider at his own blue line, the right wing. Now it goes to Larkin, comes in on the left, a rising shot over the Edmonton net. Sider will not be able to keep it in. It does come out, and it goes to Draisaitl into the Detroit zone. Nurse gets tripped up, penalty coming up to Detroit. Puck in the left wing corner. Goes in behind the Red Wing net, now touched by Casper, and the Edmonton Oilers get their 4th power play.
So it sounds like it is Farabee and Frost for Kuzmenko and Pelche. Those are the
as far as we know.
As far as we know, this is what Elliot Friedman's reporting.
Okay. Larkin off for interference. Power play is brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at ATCOenergy.com. Edmonton is 1 for 3 on the power play in this game.
Alex Lyons made a couple pretty good saves in this game.
Yes. Face off to the right.
And no Larkin to take the draw instead of Draisaitl.
And it goes to McDavid on the left wing. To the blue line. for Bouchard. Goes over to the right. He'll shoot it. That goes off a leg. Goes to the right corner. Bouchard, right wing corner to Draisaitl. Back to Bouchard on the point. Across to McDavid down the left wing. Into the corner. Off the side of the net. He was trying to bank it off a line. Almost did. Puck in the left wing corner. McDavid along the boards to Nugent Hopkins to the blue line. Bouchard hammers a shot, and that one's stopped by Lyon. It's cleared out and down the ice.
That's more like it. I mean, it forces him to make a save there, and if you get any kind of luck on the rebound, it's in the net.
Out from behind his net, Bouchard up the right wing to Draisaitl. We're tied at 2. We're early in the third. Back to McDavid. Now brings it into the Detroit zone down the right wing. Goes to the right corner, got checked. Sider will rim it around the boards and down the ice.
They've done a good job here. And, I mean, you look at that L.A. penalty kill against Edmonton's power play with Todd as coach, and it was ugly. But they've done a good job tonight.
At center ice, McDavid into the Detroit zone. To the right wing point to Draisaitl. Skates down the right wing into the corner to McDavid. McDavid looks to the net. Gives it to Bouchard, to McDavid, to Bouchard. A shot, it's blocked. It goes to McDavid on the right wing. McDavid into the corner to Draisaitl. His pass in front of the net goes off a Lyon, and it's sent down the ice by Sherratt.
Leon was trying to bank that off of Hyman back to the side of the goal.
Lyon got his pad on it. 25 seconds to goal man advantage. Tied at 2 here in the third. To center ice, Jeff Skinner off the left wing boards for Henry. We're 2.5 into this third period. Puck on the end boards inside the Detroit zone. And Raymond's the one that digs it out. And now he'll skate up the right wing. Raymond across the Edmonton blue line. Goes over to the left wing corner. Throws the brakes on. Gets it back to the point. Johansson will get it across to Edmonton. His shot tipped wide of the Edmonton goal. Penalty is over. Larkin's back out. Ekholm's got it in behind the goal. Now up the right wing to Perry. Edmonton 1 for 4 on the power play. Perry comes in to the Detroit zone on the right wing. Got it to the corner. That's it. Valeno up the left wing to Shine. Cross ice. Got the puck to Fisher. Went to shoot it off the stick of Emberson, and that will go out of play. 3:07 gone here in the third. Tied at 2. The Oilers and the Red Wings.
Farabee had lots of term left on his deal, Cam.
So as far as you know right now, it looks like 2 for 2?
As far as we know.
Okay.
That's what's been reported to this point.
All right. Face off to the left of Skinner. Noah Philp taking the draw against Andrew Kopp.
Farabee was in year 3 of a 6-year deal at $5 million, Cam.
Hole on the right point will keep it in. On the boards, Gustafsson in from the left side. It'll go in behind the net. Kulak's got it there for the Oilers. They'll get it out to Brinkett. Snap the puck right back in. Emberson push it around to Kulak. Down through the middle to Philp. Philp takes it over to the left wing, across to Kulak, and the Oilers now get it out. To Emberson on the right wing, he'll shoot it in. Lyon out to play it. Rims it, hit Connor Brown. Puck goes in behind the goal. Hall will get it around the boards. To Kopp. He'll go cross ice to Gustafsson. Then that pass broken up by Ty Emberson. Now to Philp. In over the line. The shot kicked out by Lyon with a left pad. Berggren to Gustafsson, left corner in his own end. Up the left wing boards off the stick of Rasmussen. Kulak in the Oilers zone. Over to Klingberg. Up the right wing to Draisaitl. His pass to Arvidsson. He'll come in. He'll shoot it. Blockered away by Lyon. It's in behind the net. Goes over to the right. Arvidsson to Podkolzin. Podkolzin in the right wing. To Draisaitl to Arvidsson. Goes to the right wing corner. To Draisaitl on the blue line, across to Nurse on the left, back to Draisaitl. Has it left wing, will shoot it towards the net. Saved by Lyon, he covered that up. As Podkolzin was battling in front of the net, Lyon was able to find it through all the traffic.
It's been a good start to this period for Edmonton. They're out shooting Detroit 6-2. They've created some opportunities in and around the net. And we're going to see McDavid now with Hyman and Nugent Hopkins.
Face off to the right of Lyon. We're 4:31 into the third. It's tied at 2. Puck gets into the corner. Hyman along the boards. to McDavid on the left wing, trying to walk it out, and it's knocked off his stick, and the puck cleared by Raymond to center ice to Larkin. He'll dump it left wing corner. Puck comes off the boards, up near the top of the circle. Hyman was able to get it out to McDavid down the right wing, in over the line. He'll make a move, go to the left wing corner, and Johansson got it loose and got it out. Right wing to Raymond, into the Oilers zone. Lost the puck. Bouchard can come out through the middle. Bouchard into the Detroit end. The left wing to McDavid. It's a hit from Johansson. Puck goes behind the goal. Comes up to the line, off of Bouchard, and now out with it is Kasper. Kasper got caught by Jeff Skinner. Good defensive play.
Nice work.
Skinner will bring it out. Skinner into the Detroit zone. Put it in behind the net. It comes in front. That Skinner just hopped over his stick. Fisher will get it to center ice and shoot it in for Detroit. He didn't get to center, or was that offside? It was offside. 5:37 gone here in the third. Tied at 2. Oilers and the Red Wings. Nope, that was icing. It was close.
Excellent backtrack
right there. Yeah, a great play by Skinner.
Talking about working back to the puck.
Yep.
Right now, Edmonton's on pace for 44 shots on goal in this game.
Face off to the right of Lyon. Shots 34-21 for the Oilers. Puck goes to Gustafsson. Up the left wing to Shine. To the middle to Hall. Up the right wing, off the right wing boards. It goes right to Stuart Skinner. He's got to play it to Nurse. Nurse had that hit. And Volano when it goes in behind the goal. Comes free to Kulak up the left wing to Draisaitl. He'll cut to the middle into the Detroit zone. Down the right wing corner to Perry. To the left, his centering pass is broken up by Hall. Right wing corner and up that side will be Tarasenko. Throw it across to Gustafsson. Shoots it in on the left wing. Nurse to the end boards was able to leave it to Kulak. Pass goes off a cop up to Henrique of the Oilers. He'll get it out. Pass through the middle, that gets broken up. Red Wings right back in to bring it to the slot. One-timer. And that one blocked in front of the net. And the puck to the right corner. Tarasenko along the right wing boards. Behind the net to DeBrincat. Broken up by Henrique. His pass hit Tarasenko. It's kept in to Kopp in the right wing corner. To the blue line to Sider. Sider across the line. And it's Raymond down the left wing in front of the net. And unable to get his stick on it was DeBrincat. Oh. He had a tap in from the side of the goal. And it's cleared out. Arvidsson. DuPont goes into Arvidsson. Into the Detroit zone. Rims the puck. Tied at 2. 7-10 gone here in the third period. Larkin up the right wing. Able to get it to the neutral zone. Arvidsson will shoot it in.
Henrique with 2 turnovers in the D zone. You don't see that often.
Sherrod off the right wing boards and out. Emberson inside his own blue line. The middle to Bouchard. On the right wing to McDavid. Will go cross ice to Ty Emberson. Just got it into the Detroit end. Now to Hyman. Goes to the left corner. He'll drive it in front of the net. The save made by Lyon. The jamming away. And Alex Lyon's able to cover it up. As Hyman took it hard to the net. We'll take a break. 7 minutes, 47 seconds gone here in the third. Oilers and Red Wings tied at 2. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through Edmonton'sBestHotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 55 member hotels to choose from, offering their best value rates. Edmonton'sBestHotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
For years now, we've been warning Edmontonians on the hazards of our stormwater facilities. While they may appear to look like still ponds, there is moving water beneath the surface, which makes the ice dangerously... The unpredictability of stormwater facilities makes them treacherously unsafe for all winter activities, even walking. So think twice. Don't go on the ice. A safety message from EPCOR.
Hey, hockey fans! Hard rubber works well on the ice rink, but not so good on frozen roads. Atturo tires are engineered with that in mind. Scientifically designed tread patterns, along with resilient rubber compounds, allow Atturo tires to grip well in the cold of winter, while providing excellent traction and long tread life through year-round conditions. Atturo has the all-weather tire for you. Available at Action Car and Tire, Point S, and tire shops everywhere. Find a dealer near you at atturo.com.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through edmontonsbesthotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 55 member hotels to choose from, offering their best value rates. edmontonsbesthotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Oilers and Red Wings tied at 2. 7:47 gone here in the third period. Boston Pizza's Oiler for a Day program is back. Head to your local Boston Pizza and purchase a kid's meal for the chance to become an honorary Edmonton Oiler. Visit edmontonoilers.com/Oiler for a Day for full details. Face off in the Detroit zone to the right of Alex Lyon. Puck goes in behind the net. Edvinsson up the left wing. Bouchard had pinched down, but it goes to the middle, and Raymond into the Oiler end, and that goes offside, but he got tripped up, and it's going to be a penalty against Edmonton.
Draisaitl. He's offside, and so that's...
Slashed it is called. Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. And Detroit is 0 for 1 with a man advantage.
Shots
this game.
are 37-22 at Edmonton in this game. Alex Lyons kept his team in. Oilers maybe had a chance to run him out of the building a little early. And then Edmonton's poor puck maintenance led to 2 transition goals, and now the Red Wings got a chance to take the lead again.
Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner. Puck goes to Sider. Now on the left wing to Raymond. Into the corner. DeBrincat to Raymond. Top of the circle left side to DeBrincat. He'll get it across. Comes out to Sider as one-timer blocked by Henrique. On the right wing, Larkin. His pass across. Gets to Raymond. Keeps it in.
Look at the puck movement, Cam.
Sider to Raymond in front of the net. Larkin shot, and it's saved by Skinner. He held on as he got the pass from DeBrincat. Didn't get a lot on the shot. Skinner was able to squeeze it. They are moving it around fast. Faceoff will be to the right of Stuart Skinner. Minute 35 to go in the penalty to Leon Draisaitl. We're tied at 2 here at Rogers Place. Draisaitl and Jeff Skinner scoring for Edmonton. Rasmussen and Larkin for Detroit. Oilers goals came in the first. Detroit's in the second. Here's Raymond with it on the left wing to the side of the net. DeBrincat gets it across. Goes to Kasper. Kasper has it on the right wing to the blue line. For Sider to Kasper. Kasper gets the puck out, and a shot by DeBrincat off the stick and out of play. Minute 21 to go in the penalty to Draisaitl. Oilers will make a change, get Henrique out there. Henrique and Nugent Hopkins with Kulak and Nurse. Larkin to take the draw for Detroit. Well, Larkin's going to get the heave-ho out of the face-off circle. Alex DeBrincat will take the draw. And it'll get to the line. Sider, good work to keep it in. And then his pass hits Nugent Hopkins, and it goes all the way down the ice. Sider wheels behind his net, now up the right. Across to Raymond. Raymond through center. Into the Oiler end, off the stick of Larkin. Puck goes into the left wing corner, and Nurse up to the blue line, but it's kept in. Larkin has it left wing. Now to DeBrincat. To Larkin, to the right wing corner to Kasper, behind the net to Larkin, over to the left for Raymond. Leaves it to DeBrincat to Sider. We'll get it across to Casper. To Sider. One-time shot saved by Skinner. The rebound just put wide. Larkin with the chance. Puck on the left wing point. Sider. Left wing to Raymond. Across to Casper. The save by Skinner. And he holds on. Marco Casper on the right wing with a quick shot. And Skinner stops that one. 27 seconds to go in the penalty to Draisaitl. Face off to the left of Skinner. Get the sticks down, and Ekholm off the right wing boards and down the ice. Lyon can set it up to Gustafsson. Swings it back to Tarasenko. Cross to Berggren. Get it in on the right wing to Kopp. Kopp stops on the right side. Goes in behind the net, and it's Ekholm to get it out. And the penalty to Draisaitl is just about done. Detroit will be 0 for 2 on the power play. We're tied at 2. We're halfway through the third period. Soderblom able to shoot it into the Oiler end. Ekholm to Bouchard. Bouchard up through the middle, finds McDavid. He'll weave his way in. Now on the left side to Hyman. Goes to the corner now in behind the Detroit net. To McDavid in the corner on the left wing. Around to the right wing boards. It's just played in past Bouchard. And the puck brought in as Veleno will get it across to Fisher. And he put it to the side of the net where it's covered up by Skinner. We'll take a break. 9:31 to go here in the third. Oilers and Red Wings tied at 2 from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
When it comes to your new home, nothing should stop you from getting exactly what you want. Coventry Homes puts your needs front and center. They won't deke past your questions about customization, and making changes won't get you sent to the penalty box. With their customizable designs and flexible options, your game-changing home is within reach. Score big with flexibility. By Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
Experience the exciting casino action at 3 Century Casino locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Dine at one of their amazing restaurants featuring daily specials. Take in the ultimate game day experience at the Century Sports Bar and Lounge. Check out the best in live entertainment at any amazing location. Plus, enjoy a great selection of casino gaming options and off-track betting. Feel the thrill of live horse racing at Century Mile Racetrack. Don't miss a second of the action at Century Casino. Come for the action, stay for the fun.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Oilers and Red Wings tied at 2. 9:31 to go here in the third period. Leon Draisaitl and Jeff Skinner scoring for Edmonton in the first. Michael Rasmussen, Dylan Larkin scoring for Detroit in the second. Face off in the Oilers zone to the left of Stuart Skinner. Goes in behind the net. Ekholm off the right wing boards and out. Past Edvinsson. It's icing against Edmonton. Each team has had a power play in this third period. Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner. Both these teams have won 3 in a row coming into this game.
Todd McClellan won't be happy with the start. Chris Knobloch won't be happy with what we've seen for about the last 20 minutes in this game.
Bouchard through the middle to Nugent Hopkins. Pass for McDavid didn't connect. Rasmussen will shoot it in. Nugent Hopkins goes in behind the Oiler goal. Right corner to Bouchard. Now across to Ekholm. He's up the left wing. Long pass to Hyman. In over the line to Nugent Hopkins. Across to McDavid. Just getting a stick on it at the last second with Soderblom. Puck on the left wing. Hyman along the left wing boards to Ekholm. Ekholm to Nugent Hopkins. His shot. That's blocked. Hit Edmondson. The puck along the boards inside the Detroit end. He'll come out. Soderblom, right wing for Rasmussen. Across to Soderblom. That was too far for him. Up the right side was Hyman. Now to Nugent Hopkins. Went into his skates. It goes to Bouchard. We'll get it off the left wing boards and down the ice. It's going to be icing against the Oilers. 8:28 to go into third. Tied at 2. Face off in the Oilers zone to the right of Stuart Skinner.
Big draw here from McDavid. He's at the end of his shift. And a guy that's really good in face-offs, Larkin out there at 56% against Connor.
Well, he tried it once. Spin it around. It goes to the left wing point. Sherratt, left wing boards to Larkin. In behind the Edmonton net to the right. Out to the slot. The shot by Raymond. Great save by Skinner. In front of the net. Put just wide by Raymond. After Sherratt put it into the slot. Up the left wing. Nugent Hopkins. Hard off the boards. The Oilers will take an icing. So those guys have to stay out there. They've been out there for a while. Stuart Skinner with a couple of big saves.
This game's had some swings, hasn't it?
Yep. Yep. All Oilers early. Lots of Detroit in the second. Here in the third, it has swung back and forth. Face off to the right of Skinner.
This McDavid line's definitely fatigued. They got to get off the ice here. They got to get a saw off on the draw and get the puck out. And they lose another one.
Goes to the line. Sherratt to the middle. Snapshot. And that goes off of Larkin. Right corner. Larkin's got it to Sherratt. Now on the left to Raymond. In front of the net to Casper. And hit him in the skate. And the puck goes in behind the goal. McDavid up the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. He'll go high in the air and out with it. Oilers make quick changes here.
Almost wrong-footed Stuart Skinner there.
Up the right wing. Sider into the Oilers zone. Angle shot, glove saved by Skinner, and he holds on to it. 7:33 to go in the third, tied at 2. These two teams went to overtime October 27th in Detroit. Oilers won it 3-2.
Todd McLellan's going to be happy with his team's performance. They don't have Patrick Kane tonight. Okay? Yeah. They don't have JT Comper's their second-line center. So a first-line winger and a second-line center. They don't have Jeff Petrie who'd be in the lineup. And they've outplayed Edmonton in the last half of this game.
Puck gets between the defenseman and out. And shot into the Oilers zone. Stuart Skinner can set it behind the net. Rimmed by Nurse, right wing to Arvidsson. He will get it through the middle. It'll go all the way on the left to Draisaitl. Off the boards and in. Puck Colson in on the forecheck. Takes Edmondson to the end boards. Puck goes to Arvidsson to the right wing point now. Klingberg. Right wing to Draisaitl. Comes down that right side in front of the net off the stick of Lyon before Nurse could get his stick on it. Puck in the left wing corner. And up the boards is Draisaitl. Over to Nurse. His shot tipped on goal. Saved by Lyon. Arvidsson recovers on the right wing to Draisaitl. Draisaitl to the point to Klingberg. Rims it. It goes to Arvidsson left wing corner. Arvidsson to the blue line to Nurse. Over to Klingberg. Down the right wing, drops it to Draisaitl. Skates across the top. A wrist shot. And that one kicked out by Lyon. Cleared by DeBrincat. It'll be wide of the Oiler net. It's icing against Detroit. 6:25 to go into third. Tied at 2. Now the Oilers with opportunity.
Excellent shift from Edmonton. Henrique's going to come out here with Janmark and Corey Perry. Good save by Lyon. Arvidsson got a stick on that one. Double deflection.
Face off to the right of Lyon. Henrique had it in his skates. It goes to the left wing corner. To Perry now in behind the net. Perry to Jeff Skinner. Skinner behind the goal. To the left, somehow still has it and could get a shot through. Hansen will rim. Puck cleared out. Tarasenko to DeBrincat. At the Edmonton blue line, will just shoot it in. It'll roll right to Stuart Skinner. He had to cover it. Rasmussen and Berggren were both right there. We're going to take a break. We got 5:59 to go here in the third. Oilers and Red Wings all tied at 2. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. As a musician, I'm drawn to the sounds of this great province. Whether it's the wind blowing down the Rockies, the rustling of grass across the prairie, or the sweet sound of a Ford Super Duty, it's all music to my ears. Speaking of Super Duty, with heavy-duty performance that's built for getting the job done right, it's no wonder this truck has Albertans singing its praises. The 2024 Ford Super Duty is available now at your Alberta Ford dealer. Just head on in today and tell them PB sent you.
Hockey season is back. And so are the deals at Boston Pizza. Cheer on your team while ordering off their game day menu, or come in and see what great promotions they have going on. At Boston Pizza, they always have something craveable for you to enjoy. Boston Pizza, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Cheers to a great hockey season.
Stollery Children's Hospital Foundation Mighty Millions Lottery is here and mightier than ever. Win the $2.7 million grand prize, a luxury Burkle show home, plus $100,000. The Cadillac and Cayman Islands early bird prize, the Oilers and $75 grand bonus prize, includes lower bowl season tickets for next season, and the Porsche Cayenne VIP prize, or $125 grand. Don't wait. Last year's lottery sold out. Be mighty and support Stollery Kids. MightyMillionsLottery.com.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Oilers and Red Wings tied at 2. 5:59 to go in the third. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're here at Rogers Place. Face off in the Oilers zone to the left to Stuart Skinner. Shots are 39-29 for Edmonton. Draisaitl takes a draw against Larkin. Draisaitl wins it. Puck goes to Kulak, high in the air and out. Sider to Casper into the Oiler end. Drills a shot on net. Stick save made by Stuart Skinner. Larkin's got it on the left wing. Put it off the referee's skate. Brown trying to get it out. Gets forced back. Over to Kulak. Up the boards, down the ice, and it'll be ice.
Offside. They're going to call that offside, I think. Don't think they're going to call it ice.
No?
Now they're having a discussion on it.
If they were going to call it offside, they wouldn't have blown the whistle, though. Yeah. Would be my guess.
Yep, you're right.
But you're right. The Oilers were offside. They just hadn't touched it.
So now
it's offside and
big
ice.
Draw for Henrique. Larkin's he's taken a ton in this game for Detroit. Takes half their face
Yes.
off. One guy.
Puck goes right to Nurse. Spin in behind the Edmonton net on the right. Goes to the right corner.
And Detroit peels back on that 1-2-2.
So then Nurse. Kulak off the left wing boards to Henrique. He's able to poke it into the left corner of the Detroit zone. Henrique gets after it. It's into his skates. It goes to the end boards. Out to Raymond. Lucas Raymond will get it high in the air and out to Larkin. Larkin comes into the Oiler end. He'll go in behind the net. Taken off of it by Kulak.
Yeah, Larkin's been the best player on the ice in this game.
Kulak off the right wing boards and out. Just past Edvinson. Won't be icing. Up the right wing now. Near the top of the circle, and Brown couldn't quite hold it in, brought it in. That's offside against the Oilers. 4:43 to go in the third, tied at 2.
You know, and sometimes with Detroit, and we had 3 people from the Red Wings organization here. Ken Holland, who had the second best record in the Western Conference during his 5 years as GM with the Oilers, and then Tyler Wright and Archie Henderson. I thought sometimes that some of the Larkin love was a little much. I mean, he's a 30-goal scorer, but in this game tonight, he's been terrific.
Edmonton at center to DeBrincat. Softly played it into the Oiler end and up the right wing. McDavid will get it out to Nugent Hopkins. He'll shoot the puck so it comes around to the right wing to McDavid. To the right wing point to Bouchard. He'll take a shot and it's blocked. Edmondson will clear it. Bouchard at the Edmonton blue line. Back into his own end a bit. Now up through center on the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. Will pass it in front of the net. He was trying to get that through to Hyman. It goes off a stick. McDavid to the blue line. It goes to Bouchard. Right wing to McDavid to Bouchard. The shot and the save by Lyon. He held on to it. As Bouchard and McDavid went back and forth till Evan Bouchard drilled a one-timer on net.
And unfortunately, by the time Bouchard shot the puck, Hyman had been pivoted out of in front of the net. Couldn't get a stick on the attempt on the deflection.
4 minutes to go in the third. Tied at 2, the Oilers and the Red Wings. So start of the road trip for Detroit. We'll go to Calgary, Vancouver, and Seattle on this swing. Face off to the right of Lyon. Sider up the right wing boards. Nobody to give it to. Flips it out. Nurse to Arvidsson on the right wing. Now to Draisaitl into the Detroit zone off the right wing boards. Sider will get it out. Soderblom across to Berggren. Berggren will dump it in. So behind the Edmonton net, Klingberg, left wing corner. To Perry, all the way around to Arvidsson. Oh, he'll take a hit. Puck by Sherratt. The puck sent into the Oilers zone. That's icing against Detroit. We're 3:27 to go here in the third period. And the Oilers in a tight battle here with Detroit.
Well, Detroit's worked hard.
Yep. Face off to the right of Lyon. Draisaitl, McDavid, and Perry out there at Bouchard and Ekholm. Puck goes to McDavid, now to Ekholm, left wing point. Over to Bouchard on the right. Down the left wing to Draisaitl. Brings it up to the blue line. Gives it to Bouchard. Bouchard through the middle. It goes off a stick, and it was kept out by Lyon. Puck rimmed on the right wing. It'll be icing against Detroit.
We'll mention Frank Saravalli, as you know, joins me every Monday and Friday in Oilers Now, is reporting still awaiting completion of the deal, but shapes up to be to Calgary, Joel Farabee and Morgan Frost. To the Flyers, Jacob Pelche, Andrei Kuzmenko, a second and a seventh. 3 former first-rounders going in that deal.
Sider turning in the right corner in his own end. Around the boards off the skate of Ekholm, kept in to Draisaitl. Over to Bouchard. The shot! Oh! Off the arm of Lyon and batted out of the air by Sider. Puck back to the line. Draisaitl to the right wing side. Top of the circle. Now to McDavid. Tied at 2 here in the third. 2:40 to go in the third period. Draisaitl with it on the right wing. To the point to Bouchard. Bouchard to Draisaitl, skating towards the net, down the right wing. He'll center that, goes right through the slot, all the way to left wing point. Bouchard to Draisaitl, cross ice to McDavid, to Bouchard, shot that one. Drilled Sider and knocked the steel out of his skate. And the puck cleared out. Sider gets to the bench with some assistance from Sherratt. Bouchard, long pass to Janmark into the Detroit zone. Coming up to 2 minutes to go in the third. Tied at 2, the Oilers and the Red Wings. Podkolzin into the point to Nurse, hopped over his stick. Oilers have to vacate. Nurse back into the Oiler end. Cross to Kulak. Kulak through the middle. It goes all the way down the left wing, and now it's Podkolzin into the left wing corner. Takes a hit. Larkin set up the boards to Casper. Over to Raymond. We'll get it out. Gloved down by Nurse. Right wing to Janmark. Janmark at center, then cuts to the middle. Takes it in over the line. Unable to get it to the net. Edmondson will bounce it out. Klingberg has it just inside. The Edmonton blue line will actually take his time. Oilers will change up the forwards. Over to Matthias Ekholm, up the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. His shot, and that one goes just wide. Puck on the right wing. Jeff Skinner got it behind the net. Sider helps it around. It goes off the skate of Ekholm. It comes out last minute here in the third period. Oilers and Red Wings tied up at 1, or tied up at 2. Puck up the left wing. DeBrincat got it to center ice. Ekholm flip it in. And it bounced towards the net. It's Sider to the inboards. Jeff Skinner right on him. Oof. Puck comes loose. Sherratt, right wing to Sider.
Oilers with a deep push here.
Nugent Hopkins had kept it in.
Not exactly playing one guy high, are they?
Nope. Klingberg goes across the line. It just comes out. 28 seconds to go in the third. Draisaitl bounces it in. Goes to the glove of line. He holds on. 23 seconds to go here in the third. Tied at 2. Oilers and Red Wings.
43. We said they get to 44. Wow, Bouchard almost.
Oh, Sider just knocked that out of the air after it. Bouchard's shot hit Lyon's glove. Was probably going to hit the top of the net.
It's lucky that he didn't deflect it into his own net.
True.
Great hand-eye.
Face off to the right of Lyon. And the puck on the left wing. Draisaitl to the point to Nurse on the right wing for McDavid. Got knocked down. Puck goes to Casper. He's able to get it out to Raymond. Flip it into the Oiler end. 10 seconds to go in the third period. Casper behind the net, stripped of it by Bouchard. Up the right wing boards, cleared out by McDavid. And the Edmonton Oilers and the Detroit Red Wings, just like they did in Detroit, are going to go to overtime. Tied at 2. Oilers and Red Wings. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. It's for Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Freedom Ford is kicking off the new year with incredible savings. Save up to $16,000 on remaining 2024 models with 0% financing and huge discounts. It's the perfect time to upgrade to a brand new vehicle. Freedom Ford is making room for 2025 models, so these deals won't last long. Visit Freedom Ford today and start the new year in style. Don't miss out. Drive into 2025 with unbeatable savings before it's too late.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're heading to extra time. Oilers and Red Wings tied up at 2. Oilers are 7-3 in overtime this year. They haven't been to a shootout, so 7-3 overall. Red Wings are 3-5 in 3-on-3 overtime, 1-0 in a shootout, so 4-5 overall. Shots are 40. Well, they just took one off. 42-29 for Edmonton. Both goaltenders have had to make some saves.
Well, we know who's coming out first. It's going to be Draisaitl, McDavid, and
Evan Bouchard.
Yes. Red face-offs. Been a big part of this game. Larkin's done a terrific job in the circle for the Red Wings.
He's out there now along with Raymond and Sherratt. Draisaitl had the game winner against Detroit October 27th.
20-12 on draws for Larkin. Leon's 10-13.
All right, we're ready to go. 3-on-3 overtime. Getting this thing started is difficult. Getting them lined up. All right, finally dropped, and the puck goes to Raymond. He'll bring it into the Oiler end. Raymond on the right wing to the right wing corner. McDavid in pursuit. They go in behind the net. It does come loose, and it goes to McDavid. His pass hit Raymond. Raymond's got it again. And give it to Sherratt as he is outside of the Oiler blue line. Now to Larkin, to Sherratt. He'll come in, he'll shoot it. Wow. A good save made by Skinner on a rising shot. It goes in behind the net. Larkin in front to Raymond, and he spun to the left corner to Sherratt, and he didn't take the shot. shot. He tried to pass it and he fanned on it. McDavid couldn't get it out. Larkin keeps it in. He's got Raymond with him. His pass across broken up by Bouchard, and he'll give it to Draisaitl. He'll come down the right wing, in over the line. Draisaitl waiting. The shot saved. Rebound just poked wide by Draisaitl. McDavid will one-hand it out of the zone.
Where's Booch going?
Puck down the right wing, and Seider into the Oiler end. Goes in behind the net. Seider to the left, over to Casper. He's all alone. He shot, and it just goes off the pad of Skinner. And Bouchard now with control.
Bouchard needs a change here.
He will go off, leave the puck to Nugent Hopkins. We're in overtime. Nugent Hopkins, left wing to Hyman. Into the Detroit end, goes in behind the net to the right. Hyman for Ekholm. He'll go behind the goal. To the left side, up to the blue line. Now to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins down the left wing. His shot off the pad of Lyon. Penalty coming up.
Interference against the Oilers. Detroit's going to get a power play.
Zach Hyman going to the box.
Yep.
We're minute 40 into overtime. Yeah, Hyman got the stick in on DeBrincat.
Well, the Oilers were on the power play right as Detroit got back to even strength when Draisaitl scored 3-2 game. Now, the problem with this is Nugent Hopkins has been out here for a while.
Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. So Nugent Hopkins, Emberson, and Ekholm. And the puck will go to the point, and Seider's got it. Left wing to Raymond, side of the net to DeBrincat. He's in the left corner, across to Larkin. Has it on the right. Couldn't get a pass back to DeBrincat. It goes behind the net. Larkin, left wing to Raymond. He's about top of the circle. Left wing corner, DeBrincat to Raymond to Seider. Now on the right wing to Larkin. Larkin over to Seider. Seider on the left side to Raymond. Raymond to DeBrincat in front to Larkin. Good save made by Skinner. He covers it up. Larkin with the redirection, and Skinner stops it and holds on.
Henrique's going to need to win a draw here for the Oilers. They're going to keep the same four on the ice for Detroit. They're going to call a timeout. Todd's going to call a timeout here.
Keep those guys out there. Minute 21 to go in the penalty to Hyman. 2:41 to go here in overtime. As the Oilers try to push this thing to get it back to even terms as far as players on the ice. Larkin's been unbelievable in the face-off circle.
He's been the best player today.
Yeah, he's been very good.
He's been up for the challenge. I mean, you win a draw if you're Edmonton, and it's 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Nugent Hopkins has been sliding. He was up around 55.5%. He's down to 52.
Face-off to the right of Skinner. Just need him to be 1-for-1 on this one.
Yeah.
Puck goes to the point, and it's Raymond. Raymond walking down the right wing. A shot save made by Skinner. That hit the stick of Nurse and changed direction. That was a tough save. To make that stop and not have a rebound was challenging. That broke Nurse's stick.
Boy, they were lucky there, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. That broke Nurse's stick, too.
Because if there's any kind of rebound, it's a 4-on-2.
It's trouble. Face off to the left of Skinner. Tied at 2. We're in overtime. Oilers hosting the Red Wings here at Rogers Place. Nugent Hopkins wins it. Nurse off the left wing boards and down the ice. Raymond starts up through the middle. Into the Oiler end, across to DeBrincat on the left wing. Now over to Larkin, will walk in, he'll shoot it, and that one deflects off the stick of Nurse and out of play, or Nugent Hopkins, one of the two. They both got their stick in there. 57 seconds left to go in the penalty to Hyman. Face off to the left of Skinner.
Different formation here for Edmonton. Ekholm directly behind Nugent Hopkins.
Kicked back by Larkin, but unable to keep it in was DeBrincat. So DeBrincat coming into the Oiler end on the right wing. Turns to the right wing boards, back to the blue line. On the right wing to the line, Sider. Left wing to Raymond. Comes across the top. Now down the right. Over to DeBrincat. Fired it through his skates. A bouncing puck. Emberson behind the net to Ekholm. Will get it around the boards and down the ice. Sider through the middle. 20 seconds to go in the penalty to Hyman. To DeBrincat into the Oiler end. To Sider, left point. To Larkin, now to Raymond on the right. He's going to lose it. And out with it is Henrique. He's got Nurse with him. 2-on-1. In over the line. The pass, the shot. Oh, it goes wide of the net. Down the right wing. Puck brought in by Larkin. He'll give it to DeBrincat. The backhand saved by Skinner, and the penalty's over. Detroit 0 for 3 with a man advantage. 1:15 to go in overtime. We're tied up at 2. What a chance for the Oilers, shorthanded though.
Now Edmonton can load up McDavid, Draisaitl, and Bouchard. And this time they're not going against Larkin in the face-off circle, because he's given Detroit the puck a lot here. Okay.
Kopp, Tarasenko, and Sherratt out there for Detroit. Face-off in the Oilers zone. Go to Sherratt, down the left wing, lost it. Draisaitl gets it out. He'll give it to Bouchard, now to McDavid down the right wing. In over the line, over to Bouchard. Skipped over his stick, but he still has it up the left wing. Brings it up to the blue line. Last minute here in overtime to McDavid. He'll go to the net. A shot save made by Lyon, and he covers it up as McDavid goes hard to the net. 53 seconds left to go in OT.
It's been a heck of an overtime.
Yes. This could have ended multiple times.
Yep. But if you're Edmonton, you'll take that you're still alive here after being down for a full 2 minutes.
Draisaitl wins the draw. Puck goes to Bouchard. Top of the circle, left wing, now to McDavid. McDavid to Draisaitl at the blue line. 45 seconds to go. Draisaitl's going to go towards the net. Forced over to the left wing boards by Kopp. Brings it back to the blue line to McDavid now. David to Draisaitl. Draisaitl, he's going to go to the net. The shot! Oh, the save by Lyon. He held on. Draisaitl went right up the pipe and got a good opportunity. Lyon made a nice save.
And now it's Larkin coming out. Got about a 25-second break there. Leon almost sifted that.
Yep.
7-hole. Edmonton's going to call a timeout.
That way they can keep McDavid, Draisaitl, and Bouchard out for the last 31 seconds. Draisaitl just sniffed that there was a little bit of a seam through the middle. And then he almost got it on the stick side of Lyon, between his arm and his body. Awfully close. Shots are 6-4 in overtime for Detroit.
Dylan Larkin is 23 and 14 on faceoffs. He's taken 37 draws in this game. There's been 71 faceoffs. He's taken over half of them for the Red Wings. Draisaitl, by the way, for the Oilers is at 12 and 14. But David's 9 and 10.
Face off in the Detroit end to the right of Lyon. Puck goes to Raymond, and he's going to come out with it for Detroit down the right wing. Into the Oilers zone, goes to the right wing corner. Over to the left, taken to the boards by Bouchard, but now still has it. 19 seconds left. Bouchard steals it. He'll get it up the right wing. Oh, it goes into the Detroit bench. Otherwise, McDavid was going to go on a rush. 15 seconds left to go here in OT.
Just elevated the puck a little there.
Yeah.
Todd McClelland's going to go for some offense here. Sherratt comes off. On comes Seider.
Face off to the right of Skinner. Draisaitl to Bouchard. Oilers come out 2-on-1 to McDavid down the right wing and over the line. McDavid waiting, and now he'll spin, and it's knocked off his stick by Seider, and the puck comes out. And we're going to go to a shootout for the first time this season. The Edmonton Oilers will go to a shootout.
Connor's fighting the puck a bit, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a chance that there's a little bit of a build-up there, but...
Yeah, they had a 2-on-1 break, but it didn't result in anything as we get the quick scrape of the ice. As the Oilers and the Red Wings are about to head to a shootout.
Well.
Stuart Skinner is 3-3 in shootouts in his career. Alex Lyons 1-2. All right.
I think you'll see DeBrincat shoot for sure for Detroit. And probably Raymond. And I would have Kasper shoot. Because he can rip it.
Detroit's only been in one this year. They won it. All right. Here we go. Oilers, Red Wings, the shootout to decide it.
McDavid to lead it off. He just fought the puck up the ice on what would have been a 2-on-1. Sometimes he likes to cut from his right to his left, freeze the goaltender. Let's see.
Okay, McDavid picks it up.
Left to the right.
He'll go to the left. He's coming back to the middle. He'll backhand it. Save made by Lyon. Lyon got the left pad. Okay.
Raymond's a tricky player.
Lucas Raymond to start things off for Detroit. And Raymond, the right-hand shot. He goes to the left. He'll bring to the middle. Shoots, scores. Goes glove side on Skinner.
Nugent Hopkins, as we know, loves to use that wrist snapshot from about 30 feet out, usually elevated.
Okay, Nugent Hopkins. Some pretty good speed. Now slows up a bit. Quick shot, and he fanned on it. Never got a shot. Now the Oilers need a save to keep this going.
It would be somewhat appropriate for Detroit if Larkin finished this game off because he's been terrific.
So Dylan Larkin got his 22nd of the year in this one tonight. He picks it up and weaves right down the middle. He'll shoot, scores. And Detroit will win it 3-2 in a shootout. Come back from a 2-0 deficit in this game. Alex Lyon, solid a goal for the Red Wings. And Detroit starts off the road trip with a win. They have now won 4 in a row. And the Oilers' 3-game winning streak comes to a close.
Can't manage the puck the way Edmonton did in the second period, which has been a good period. Todd McClellan's got Detroit going the right way. And Alex Lyon helped steal this one at the end of the day. I mean, he made 44 saves in the hockey game. Most days you win that. Most nights you win that game. Didn't happen for the Oilers tonight. Some sloppy play in the second undermined them, and frankly, did not capitalize on the numerous opportunities that were there. I mean, even at the end of the game. 8 seconds left in the game. McDavid's got a 2-on-1 with Bouchard. Just shoot it, Connor. Like, it's easy for me to say, but they get the victory, and a little bit. I'll say this for Oilers fans, and you wonder a bit. All due respect to Detroit,